Oh, dang it. I didn't wait to get hit.
Ooh, I missed it. Ran right into the witch by accident.
Yep, I kind of did that.
So these broomsticks, you have to actually jump and hit the handle of them to...
Yeah.
Top of the handle is the weak spot. You can't actually hit the broom.
Okay. Now let me...
And this
Oh, go ahead.
screen won't let you transition either unless you have Minnie right there with you. So, she becomes more of a liability.
She's not too smart, so yeah. Bad things happen.
Might be a shame if something were to happen to Minnie.
Why did I jump there? Well, according to this game's logic, it's kind of hard to take care of Minnie because she's invulnerable to everything. It's just Mickey.
She's invincible. She's stupid.
No brain, no pain.
They just doesn't feel pain. That's all. She has no health bar because she can't tell whether she's taking damage or not.
Okay.
It's about a minute 30 is a good time for getting the key, I think.
What's that?
Like a minute 30 is usually my key grab time for the witch key.
Yeah, I got minute 28 just now.
So, is that my cue to stop pressing?
Well, we are ready. Yeah, let's stop practicing here.
All right.
And we'll get ready
I'm
for this
almost done
first
this
match.
last run, so
And I just... the game's been decided for the second mystery match, and right now, Knighty should be able to see that.
Save state. Rockin' cats. Need
Come
more.
on, come on, come on, come on.
Movie.
Yeesh.
Alright, we're set up for number one.
Going movie.
So we got Rain and the Sea Wolf here. Alright.
yeah.
Okay,
He splits. All right, let's dance.
All right.
Yeah, Knighty, is your stream up right now?
Hey,
Ah, okay. That's why it's not showing up. Yeah, it'd be nice if you could put the stream up and just, if you don't want to show anything, just leave it blank, because I have to remake the scenes every time the stream goes up or down, unfortunately.
Yep. Alrighty.
Hold on, let me just make sure I got this. No.
Oh.
Okay, I guess I won't worry about that now. Let's see. Let's start this thing. All right, that's all. Here we go. All right. Well, hi everybody. Welcome to SGL. This is episode number 25 of SGL. We got a couple of great games for you tonight. The main game's going to be Rockin' Cats, so you're going to see a couple different matches of Rockin' Cats. And our players this time around are Knighty, RaneOfSOTN, the Seawolf one, and Zyre. We're going to be facing off. Let me show you what this what matches we're going to be doing today. There we go. So we're going to be doing 5 matches today. Oh shoot, I'm not supposed to show anything. Just a second.
5 secret matches.
Yeah, secret.
Not to be seen by anybody.
Not to be seen by anybody, don't look. I can't show you that screen yet, my bad. But let's go back to... I'll show you that in a moment. After this match is over, we can see the match progress. But basically, it's going to be a match of Rockin' Cats. Then we're going to be doing Mystery Game, which happens to be Mickey Mousecapades, which you saw those guys practicing earlier. Then we're going to do more Rockin' Cats. Then we're going to do our second Mystery Game. And then we're going to go back to Rockin' Cats for the 4-way showdown. That's alright, we're still getting the hang of this. New procedures. It's a learning experience for everyone.
Learning curve.
Yeah. Alright, cool. Well, I think I got everything set up here on the broadcasting end, so let's get started here. First match is going to be Rockin' Cats. It's going to be RaneOfSOTN versus the Seawolf. So, are both players ready to go?
Yep, good to go.
Okay, I'll count you down. 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, I was good to go. Is Rain good to go?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. I've been waiting.
You guys look like you're both waiting to get started. Alright, so Rockin' Cats. This is a pretty fun platformer, which is based on... Is this based on an anime?
Is it? Really?
It's based on a TV show of some kind. I'm not sure if it's
That was
Japanese
Heathcliff.
or...
That's not quite the same thing.
I thought it's Heathcliff. Is this based on Heathcliff?
Or Cadillac Cats, perhaps. No,
Just
I don't
anything
know.
with cats in it. It's not Garfield.
Oh, God,
There's
no.
not enough lasagna in this for it to be a Garfield-based game.
It's not pizza. It's not Samurai Pizza Cats because there's no pizza in it.
That's right.
Or Samurais.
There's no wacky races happening either, so I don't know what this is. Alright. And let me just tell... I'm
Phil,
going to
please.
read the goal off to you in a moment here, once I get it up.
Express game is not like based off anything. It's based off like,
It's not based on anything.
I don't know, Depression era cats.
Depression era cats. A little bit. That's... Well, I mean, it's definitely got a lot of rock in it. There's rock in this, so it has to be at least post rock and roll. Okay, so basically the structure of this game is there's 4 channels that you need to beat. Each channel is like a level. And once you've beaten the 4 channels, you get access to the 5th channel, which is a very long channel, which has parts of all the other levels put together, and you refight most of the bosses. I think all the bosses, although you can skip a few in Channel 5. And then you beat the game. And then afterwards, there's like a mystery level that happens at the very end. There's a secret level that you play after the credits, which is pretty tricky, so we didn't make that a goal in this. They're not going to be playing the secret level, Channel X. What they're going to be doing this goal is beating the first half of Channel 1 and most of Channel 4. So there's a lot of auto-scrollers in this game, so it was difficult to just pick a channel that you can just go all the way through and not have it all be good SGL type gameplay, good stuff for matches, because I had to kind of go around the auto-scrollers.
That's pretty slow.
But you'll see them go through the first half of Channel 1, and then there's a level exit code. You're meant to be able to exit these levels to go into the shop to buy items as you collect money. But they're already starting with all the items. But that's the reason there's a level exit code, because you're supposed to be able to exit, buy stuff at the shop, and then go back and continue the level where you left off.
Ugh, not the greatest, but...
The speed run, the regular any percent speed run, you'll see does the levels in kind of a weird order. It doesn't just, go through them all at once. It'll do part of one, then jump around to another, and then then finish off the levels that it didn't finish at the end. It kind of jumps around a bit. Because using the level exit code is really quick. You just pause it and press A 3 times, so it doesn't really waste any time. And in fact, at the mini-bosses, it actually saves you time to skip the post-mini-boss screen transitions if you just use the level exit code. So using the level exit code is quite a part of this speedrun.
Much better.
One of the let me see. One of the trickiest mechanics of the game is this glove. You have, as your default weapon is this boxing glove, which you use as a weapon, but you can also use it to bounce off of. You can bounce off the floor, you can bounce off of walls, give yourself little speed boosts, etc. And you can also use it to grab onto things and then swing in a circle. And it works very much different than Bionic Commando, if you're familiar with that grappling-based game. There's basically 8 positions that you can be in when you're swinging. You connect to something and you'll just swing around in a circle. There'll be 8 positions, and the place where you release the swing determines what your trajectory will be, and it's like really tricky to sort of figure out which way you're going to go based on that. It's the different directions they're not symmetric. It matters which direction you're facing, and you know the behavior, you just have to
It's
learn
also
what the
kind of
arc
a
is.
fixed point. Like you'll always
You have full extend, spin.
You have full extend, so you can't like kind of half extend it
Right.
or anything. So if you grapple like close to a wall and you try to swing, you'll hit the wall. But if you grapple kind of farther away, you can kind of sometimes swing. That'll become more important, I think, when we have a vertical climb.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, even if you get a short, even if you grapple to something that's very close to you, it'll sort of extend out to the same distance when you begin your swing. Unlike Bionic Commando, where the length of your grapple affects the trajectory of your swing.
Is that split pretty bad? And put it here.
now that I didn't die a whole bunch of times at the last second, that's a
Lame
lot
as
better.
hell. That was good. I lost like 5 seconds in that last cave. Weak. So yeah, other things, the glove. If you punch things that aren't like platforms, you usually get launched in a direction. So some places in the game you can hit the ground and spring up or bounce off a barrel and just get a little speed boost.
It's also kind of weird because there's grapple points where you want to be like set distances to get a grapple, where if you're like there's like little regions where it's really hard to get a grapple point that's set. You know what I mean? Like Seawolf, where you'll swing at something that you can normally swing off of, and then it just doesn't.
It says no. Yeah.
It just says no, and it looks
the
like
small
you can grab
canopies.
it.
Like I just missed one right there, right in front of the root beer. The small canopies are really hard to grab onto for some reason. Mystical says during certain lag frames, the game ignores grapple points.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of joked like, yeah, I walk on a screen, 2 machine gun dogs appear, and suddenly I can't grab anything. And the more I think about it, the more it seems to be the case. Oh, that's a hole.
I just failed to grapple a whole section.
Yeah, you can miss like repeatedly. If you miss once and those guys still on the screen, like you have trouble grabbing stuff. I just feel like sometimes you just get bogged down by enemies and the game just says, I'm done for a while. Also, that cursor probably shouldn't be there. Sorry, folks.
I love those little trench coat pigs that grab onto you.
Are they pigs?
I
They're
think
annoying.
pigs. There's something pink.
Yeah, they're not dogs, I don't think. In a game full of angry dogs, they're not dogs.
They really do look like pigs.
I think that they're little pigs. I don't know.
I assumed they were dogs all the time. Didn't think about it until I saw them.
The Indians are dogs. I'm not
Yes.
sure.
They're like
The gangsters are dogs. Yeah.
Well, isn't the final boss of Rockin' Cats like a gorilla?
I think so actually.
I wasn't
so,
sure what he was. I guess he is, yeah.
Yeah, it's hired by that Mugsy dog fella, whatever his name is.
The one that's constantly appearing with the green fedora?
Okay, you got punk.
I keep doing that on that one.
So in this game, you would normally have to purchase items. There's a store, and you can buy items in between levels, or if you want to exit out of a level, buy an item, go back into it. You can do that. But most of them are kind of useless. There's one that makes your hammer, or it makes your glove stronger. It's such that it can destroy projectiles. That's somewhat useful, but you probably won't see it used in the skull. Another is a single shot. It's like a single projectile that comes out of your glove, and it makes a little bomb explosion. which is not really a very useful item in this speedrun either. You might see the double shot get used. It's like a double projectile that comes out of your boxing glove every time you use it. And that basically gives you a little bit more range to your attack. You might see that get used.
Yeah, those pools create lots of lag too. So I was
yeah,
trying
they
to
do
grab
create a
that
lot
top,
of lag.
I was trying to grab that top bar there and just said nope. Try to get in the middle of the period. Nope, sorry.
Yeah, lag is definitely an issue in this. And then the fourth item is the jet skates or jet shoes or something like that. Rocket shoes.
Hover shoes.
Hover shoes, there you go. And they let you hover. So if you see little flame jets coming out of, yeah, we're seeing it right now on the right.
And you will.
And you will. That's, you know, you're just holding the jump button and it lets you sort of drift downwards. Very helpful to increase the safety. You probably can use it in your routing a bit too. Swinging is the fastest method of travel, but there are some places where you just can't swing, so you're just going straight ahead, and so you might see rockets, the hover shoes used there. Switching between items is really fast. You just press select to go in your inventory, you know, select the thing you want, and then exit out of there. So switching during the run is definitely a possibility.
Unfortunately, since lag is such a problem, a lot of the items harm more than they help. The shoes, for example, can help out against the totem boss, but the lag they cause is about, I measured about 60 to 80 frames more. So you have to save, you know, a little over a second with the shoes for it to be worth it, and it's hard to say really how much.
That's not hard to do though.
saves.
I mean, you can maintain pressure on the boss almost constantly. If you have like 3 or more health, you can just float, punch him, hit a dog, bounce up from pain, keep punching him. So you basically be constantly hitting him at the best time possible. Oh man.
So there's this kind of a weird thing with this bird. In its second form, you can only hit it when it's in the air. So, yeah. It doesn't take damage on the ground.
Oh, the purple bird?
Yeah, the purple bird. First one you can hit on the ground, so you can kind of just chain him as fast as possible. The purple one, you kind of got to hit him in the air. So I usually just hold my glove above him when he's about to jump, and he just, you know, obviously jumps into it.
You sure you can't hit him on the ground? I thought it was just that there's a cooldown timer.
It's cooldown when he changes forms.
He has to land first, at least, so...
Oh, really? I just thought it was just it takes a certain amount of time after each hit before you could hit him again, and it's
Well,
just...
there's that
No,
cooldown as
I
well,
always
but
had-
also...
Huh.
Yeah, when he's changing over to purple, he has to jump once to be hittable.
I see.
Rane and Myth both confirm that.
Oh, what's going on over there? Stream freeze. It'll probably be back in a second. Just hold on.
My streamer.
Seawolves.
Oops.
Don't worry about it. Just
It's still green, so...
yeah, it could be my end. I'll try restarting this.
Oh, I'm seeing his stream is frozen as well. And
Look-
I'm watching it directly, so...
Oh dear.
Oh, so it's not me.
No, it's not you.
Okay.
Well, crud.
Well, you know, when you're done with this attempt, try just stopping
Yeah,
and restarting the
stop,
stream,
start.
I suppose.
Beware of swinging into pitfalls. It's an amazing thing you can do all the time in this game.
Yeah.
Well, at least.
The other thing is that you can always stop your swinging by throwing out your glove. So if you you continue on your projection as long as you don't throw out your glove.
So stop and start. Let's try it now.
Alright.
We got green, 241, 258.
Okay.
Hold strong. Let's try again.
nosedive into that freaking pothole every time.
Oops. Oh, I finally get that damn canopy and I screw up the jump. Typical.
So would you guys say that you're comfortable with the swinging mechanic now? And if so, how long did it take before you felt that way?
3 days.
Yeah, about that long.
The first thing I
And-
had to do was just sit down and mess with it. I'd have to say it took me about 3 hours of practicing trying to get up the multicolored vertical shaft Seawolf likes so much.
Ugh. Screw that thing. I still haven't figured out.
Yeah,
what
like,
to do
I don't-
Besides,
As far as I know,
Zyre's hack.
you and Zyre, I guess you use the wall bounce strat. I don't use that. I figure
It's
out how to
definitely
do it. Huh?
the wall bounce is definitely slower.
Yeah.
So-
But
Yeah,
it
it's
is
what-
more consistent.
Yeah,
I'll give it it's more consistent, but it is slower.
Yeah,
So splits are important.
that's
'Cause
something
if you
good to
watch
have.
like this fight, although I have a horrible delay, you can just hold your punch out on him when he's like in the normal form. But like the second he goes to jump, you can hit him again. So you can kind of hit him on the ground, but not really. I don't know. This is what I noticed from when I was RAM watching doing this stuff because I'm a horrible cheater. Doing practice with RAM watch. Who does that?
I totally went into RamWatch to try to look at the different speeds when you swing. And I totally didn't realize that lag would factor into it, so my numbers are off. But basically, I think you go 4 pixels per frame if you let go at the bottom. But obviously, you're only traveling for a short distance. And it's 3 pixels per frame if you get the diagonal one. And you
Yeah,
move it about 1.5 normally.
Yeah, that's about right with the task video that I saw. In the author's comments were on as part of the commentary in the YouTube video, and that's what they were saying. So, can confirm.
Regret it. Never happens.
Of course, the absolute fastest you travel is when you are still attached with the boxing glove, because you move so far in so few frames that it can actually, I mean, it's incredibly hard to do, almost, task level trick, but if you can, punch and let go of your grapple as soon as you can and then immediately grapple again, it's actually faster. Just, I doubt anyone is going to try it, because it's just way too inconsistent, and swinging is already pretty inconsistent.
You say that, but I don't know. I think there's kind of, as you do it, you can build like I guess kind of a rhythm to it. Like how people say there's like a spread rhythm in Contra.
Yeah.
There's kind of a button rhythm to getting good swings.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
game can throw it off pretty hard. How did I grab that? I was past it. Okay, whatever.
This
Sounds
game
pretty good.
cares not for whether you were past it or not, man.
The quote in mind comes next. That means Grand Cross is going up. Also, I've lost runs due to the channel select. Just a sec.
Selected the wrong channel.
Yep. Channel 3? No! No, not at all.
Thought that's just an alternative goal.
That's a unique route. Willie, help me. Hang on. Go on the carnival first.
I have to say, it's weird. I tried out some of the mini games in this to see if they would help with, developing skills. I have to say, basketball in this game is weird.
Isn't that the one where you have to shoot the ball through pipes or something like that?
No, that's
There's two of them. That's the pipe
there's
toss.
one you have to throw
Oh, that's
yourself through the hoop, which is basketball. And it's really weird because I think you have like 3 bounces before it kills you.
My split's not crazy, man. I missed split before on my one run, so I haven't made up 20 seconds of time. It's just I can't mash, I can't split. Because my speed run shames. Yeah.
I have to say, like, it's definitely a game that when you first pick it up, you will probably just, like, getting used to the swinging is just something. Once you're used to it, the game handles actually pretty well.
Oop. Bad cave. Bad cave.
Lag frames on the swing.
Nope.
Yeah, that's so good.
Really? Also, while doing a spin jump, basically when you're in the middle of a swing jump, you're pretty much invincible, and most enemies die in contact.
Well, it does 1 HP of damage, I think, per couple frames you're on them. I say this because you can kill like a couple enemies like that, and some of them you can just tank right through them, but they don't die. Okay, I need to stop doing that. I know that jump's gonna kill me every time.
That thing just totally took a different route. That's just not normal. You're right.
Okay, that's not far enough either.
Got lucky there.
End the bit.
That pit is proving to be Rane's nemesis.
Oh, why'd I do that?
It always is, because I get aggressive with my swings.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if you swing in the same places, you're going to be in the same spot. So you always find yourself in that same situation.
Yep. It's kind of there's a certain dead areas on there. If you're really fast, you can kind of hook on the edge of it, but that's kind of harder than it seems.
So I guess we're got less than 10 minutes left.
Yeah, we're under the 10-minute mark now. Thanks for pointing that out.
Good to know.
Oh yeah, I'd also like to thank our timer for today's match. Mythical9 is doing the timing.
Hello. I'm a player, a member of the
Nice shot.
Speed Gaming League, but today I am a referee.
Today's referee. He's been knighted.
Oh, so he's doing this for the hookups later, huh?
Sure. Right.
So if he's been knighted, should we call him Sir Mythical from now
Sir
on?
Mythical.
I'll have to make a new name.
What am I doing?
Yep.
Choking it away.
So this last section that Seawolf is doing is pretty interesting. If you have the hover shoes, it's a little faster, but the hover shoes also lag, and you have to find time to switch to them. And there's also, you can choose to boost off of the pillars. You can decide where you take damage to walk on the spikes. There's a lot of little variations you can do, and it's kind of unclear what is absolute fastest, I think.
I mean, if you bounce off the pillar immediately, you'll go through the bat without a problem. If you wait, like a half second, you're gonna hit the bat and take damage instead, and launch upward, which slows down. If you fall not straight down, you can hit the second bat by accident, which takes time. And I just swung upward for some reason.
Was I the only one who got a tired thumb from holding diagonal
Oh yeah,
all the time?
Yeah, no, I had that problem too.
Yeah, right now.
Oh, thought I hit the soft spot. Sorry, you'll see that in like a while because of the delay.
Yeah, see, with that
I thought
platform
I
three
hit
times.
the fast soft spot there.
Oh, interesting. Eldrinique says falling speed is faster, he thinks, when you use the hover shoes.
Wait, overall falling speed? Like you drop down faster?
Yeah.
Like if
Oh,
you-
after-
I'm not sure.
Like if you jump, hover just for like
yeah, I
half a
think so,
second,
actually.
and then drop.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's like almost like the Mega Man 2 thing where if you're just hit an edge, you just drop like a rock. Or Mega Man 1, I should say. You have that rock effect where you just terminal velocity instantly.
Interesting.
I should probably mention Eldrinique is, I think, the world record holder.
It's the fastest run I could find, at least.
Yeah, the record
was-
that I watched on YouTube is probably his. I'm pretty sure it was the case.
Yeah.
He stopped by my stream and gave me some tips,
Cool.
so I was
He's
happy.
at mine too, so we'll get some feedback from him.
Can't say I streamed as much as I should have in preparation, but
How does a timer need to stream for this?
Oh, we're under 5 minutes now. We just passed the 5-minute mark.
Oh man, if I had some better fights, that'd been awesome. That was a perfect.
Ah.
That was almost a perfect cave.
Oh, that's gonna burn. Preemptive pause on the chicken.
Oof.
Killed him, but it wasn't quite the time yet.
Yeah, that happens. Ooh, survived.
Exactly.
Ooh.
I gotta say, for a game called Rockin' Cats, the music is not phenomenal.
Not quite rocking enough.
No. They could have
And
done
s-
some real nifty big band swing dance kind of stuff, but it's not good.
Closing the rock in this game is the. Actually, no, you don't see it. The after the stage 5, the game gets a really strong like bass line to it, and just
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's always playing in the background after you. No, wait, no. Stage 5 or
like stage 5 when you get the
after
bird.
the goal, right? Yeah, it's playing in the
There's-
background there while you are looking at splits or whatever. So you get a bit of it. Yeah, that was pretty good from what I remember.
Yeah, that final cave room was pretty sweet, but unfortunately, my chicken fight was awful. So. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Really? Need the bossy gloves, got carpal tunnel. It's giving up.
Ah.
Oop. Oop, stream crashed. My streams went down.
Oh, it did? Okay. Let me know
Go
when it's
back.
back up. Back up?
Is there an auto stream in this? Yeah, reconnecting now.
Okay.
We're live.
Well, Rane had a run there that was pretty close to his best, but he opted not to submit it. If you have a run you think might be faster because of, you're not sure about your splits or whatever, feel free to upload it and I'll check for you.
Nah, I've been splitting post that last transition, so I'm pretty confident that wasn't. It's just the way that ended that I was pretty sure it wasn't anything good.
Okay. Well, we're down to 2 minutes, so keep trying to get the runs in there. What's going to happen when we hit 0? What we'll do is have sort of a sudden death mode. The players will be able to finish whatever run they're currently in the middle of. I'll let the players know right before we hit that point, and they can decide if they want to start a new run at the last moment or stick with the one that they've got.
Eek. can I please? Oh, make it. Yeah.
The section range is finished before the totem boss is another one where there's a couple different ways to go. You can try to kill enemies to make sure to reduce lag, or you can try to just go. And again, it's a thing I'm not even sure which is the faster way.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take a second off.
Every second counts, right?
Indeed.
All right, and we're about to hit the last call. So now is your last chance to reset.
And last call it is.
Last call to do it. Otherwise, your window of opportunity is closed.
All right.
So you're all stuck with the run that you got now.
Do some sad swings. Really, guy? I'll punch you, jump over you. You super jump at the top of the screen. Alright.
Oh, that might have just cost me it, but we'll see. I gotta finish it first.
Let's see. Oh,
Bad farm run. Can't grab anything. It's terrible. The hands there are greased.
it's the pressure.
Pressure's on.
And this is Rain's last chance to get that sub 230. Sub 230 is like the magic number for this goal, I think.
That it is.
Crash bang boom. Oh god, I didn't split at all.
Splitting. What's that for?
Gymnastics.
It looks like...
Ah, crap!
Oh,
Oh, great.
That surprised us.
spoilers.
I hit the wrong button, but whatever. We'll see. I meant to
it
hit Y,
looks like there's
and
like...
I totally just hit R on a habit. Because that run was...
Let me see.
I know it's below 230. At
Nice.
least that much.
Alright, you got it. That's good then. Let's get together all the way.
Don't know why I reflexed for R. Probably because I was doing that for a while.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's gonna. It probably won't save it. All right. Well, it turned out. I guess we'll have to leave your 230 up there. It turned out not to matter
that's
in this
fine.
match.
Not gonna matter here.
No.
All right. So Seawolf's last one comes in at 245. Not quite enough to beat Rain. So there we go. 230 to 236 for the times here. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. I was expecting it was going to be within a couple seconds of each other.
Yeah, 230 is kind of the holy grail of this first thing.
I hate to say it, but I am like sillily gung ho about swings. Like, we're like when we get to the main goal, I'm gonna be probably resetting so much after I get a run in.
All right. Well, what's going to happen next? Here, let me show this. Oh, Rain, by the way, you can go and start practicing for the mystery game. And I'll show you guys what's going to happen in this episode here. Alright, so we just finished match 1, Rockin' Cats. Rane beats Seawolf. Next we're gonna do match 2, which is the mystery, first mystery game. It's Mickey Mousecapade. So the Seawolf and Zyre are gonna face off in that game. And Mickey Mousecapade is a game that just got chosen right before this match started. They both had an hour to practice this. Whereas Rockin' Cats, they had a whole week to work on. So this is a bit of a different challenge. You have to sort of do your routing and learning of the game really quickly. So we get to see how well they do with that game. Then after that, for match 3, we'll be back to Rockin' Cats, and Knighty and Zyre will take on the goal that we just saw there. See if either of them can get the elusive sub 230. The fourth match is going to be our second mystery game, which has just now been revealed to be Panic Restaurant. Nobody knew that it was Panic Restaurant earlier in the stream, remember? We just found out. And it's going to be Knighty and RaneOfSOTN playing that one. And then finally at the end, we're going to cap it off with match 5. Last match of the evening will be a 4-way match between all 4 players, playing Rockin' Cats again, and it'll be a different goal than what we saw in matches 1 and 3. So that should be interesting. Let's get set up for the second match here. Alright, so we got Zyre and Seawolf. Alright, looking good. Alright, cool. The stream's up. You guys both have the timers going. That's good.
Yep.
Alright,
Yep.
Are both players ready to start this?
Anytime you are.
Okie doke. Well, I'm going to count you guys down. 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
The Funhouse.
The Funhouse. So this game here, Mickey Mousecapades, is it's our mystery game. It's a pretty neat game. I think there's only 4 levels to it or something. It's a relatively short game. The task ends up being like 7 minutes or something ridiculous.
Yeah, it's 5 levels.
5 levels, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
They're just going to be doing the first level here, which is the Funhouse. Fun is relative term, I guess. Subjective. I think it's one of the more annoying levels, honestly. Most of the other levels are pretty linear. You're just kind of, well, I don't know, maybe not linear, but they're mostly like straight-ahead platforming, you know, side-scrolling stuff. Whereas this is a room-based level, and you're sort of trying to find your way through this network of rooms, find the keys to get through the doors, etc. You see near the start, right where Zyre is, right there, you see that little bubble that says key. That door right there is locked, and you need the key that you get from defeating the boss to get through that door. So you defeat the boss and make your way all the way back here to open that door. You're controlling both characters, which is a little bit annoying because the Minnie, you're basically controlling Mickey, but Minnie sort of follows Mickey, and she jumps when Mickey jumps, and it sort of tries to auto-follow, but it does sort of a bad job of it, so sometimes you'll see Minnie just doesn't want to go with you, or you'll climb a ladder, and Mickey will climb, and Minnie will get stuck or something. There are places where you can use that. You can use the fact that the characters don't necessarily follow each other to your advantage, but you may not see that in this.
Usually it's a pain in the neck.
Runs. It's usually just a pain. It's not often very beneficial.
Yeah, and anytime that it's going to do a screen transition, both Mickey and Minnie have to be there. So if Minnie doesn't follow you properly, it can lead to a headache. This is going to be close.
Just demonstrated that for us.
Minnie doesn't take damage, fortunately. What you're seeing right here on the left screen is the witch. That's the boss fight. To collect the key, you can fight the witch a couple ways. You can fight her with Mickey. You can fight her with Minnie, apparently. Minnie can also get a projectile weapon, and you can get Minnie into a position where she can hit the witch, and Mickey can't be hit, and take the witch out that way, and it's a relatively safe way to do it. Maybe not the best way for the speedrun, but That's what you can do. The task skips that witch entirely, and we may see the players do that. You can just jump right over her, but it's very tricky, and she does a lot of damage, so, you know, the safer thing would be to try to fight, maybe. But we'll see.
Well, safe's a relative term there.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the fight itself, you can take a lot of damage, even just fighting her normally. There's a couple objectives in here, besides just the boss. You have 2 keys that you need to pick up. One key gets you past the mini-boss. The second key that you get from the regular boss gets you to that doorway at the end. Also, this first treasure chest that gets picked up is the projectile. It lets you attack stuff. You don't actually have to get the projectile in this goal, I don't think.
No, I've been able to complete it without the projectile. It's trickier, though,
It's tricky.
because you can't take out enemies. So it's a pacifist run.
Right. The task gets it, though, because I believe you need it on other levels. And I think you can only collect it in this level, right?
I think the stars are automatically given to you if you get through this without collecting them.
Oh, really? I wonder why the task gets it then. That's bizarre.
No idea.
Someone go improve the task. That's an oversight. I assumed it was like a Prince of Persia kind of thing where if you don't pick up the sword, you don't ever get it, and you're stuck doing it without your weapon. But yeah, if it automatically gives it to you, then yeah, that task is wrong.
Well, I'm doing a pacifist one so far, so I guess I'll just take a moment when I make it to the second stage and
just
see if
test
I
it
start
out?
with the star. Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, it doesn't save that much time. I mean, it saves what, maybe 5-6 seconds at most?
Yeah, it's not huge, but the task does skip killing the boss and the mini-boss, so I don't think it needs it for that stuff. Maybe it just makes some of the rooms go a lot faster?
Actually, good point.
Probably.
I'm not sure how that would be, though, because that's a long way out of the way to go, just to kill a few enemies.
Getting good spawns. Come on, Mickey, stay with me, stay with me.
Using the death warp strats definitely helps. Wow, cool, look at that. So we got a 228 in the door. Not bad. So Seawolf was on the board with a 234, and now Zyre has taken the top spot. Right now, Mythical is working on the timing. Each of the runs, as they're completed, gets uploaded to our server, and Mythical will go through each one and get the exact timing down to the frame, so there'll be no question about it.
I gooped.
And that will appear in the top right, in the box in the top right.
Okay, so you do not get the star when you start the second stage.
You don't.
So,
okay, so that
so you
explains
have
it.
to pick it up.
All right.
So you're gonna have to pick it up to beat. I mean, I
don't have
don't
to,
think
but-
it's possible to beat the game unless you have the star.
I mean, it must not be, but you probably have to fight some of the other bosses, or
Well,
don't you?
In
You have to shoot the trees open in the forest.
you have to shoot the trees open in the forest, and all the other stages have a boss that you have to beat.
Mm-hmm.
So so if you're playing this game normally, yeah, you need the star.
Okay.
But for our purposes here, no, don't. Just comes down to health management.
Yeah, you do have to tank some hits going through that mini boss. Too. Yeah, and the witch herself does, I think, 4 bars of damage. She does a lot of damage when you
It's pretty extreme.
It's-
touch her. Yeah.
It's pretty much a one-hit knockout unless you have full health when you're going into her. So we found it's just easier to do a death warp there.
Yeah, I had like 8 health and was actually hit by accident and just got murdered. So it's like 8-9 damage. Easy. I didn't mean to hit her. Just kind of she didn't shoot a fireball at the right time.
Dang it.
I guess they
And
really
I
didn't
split
want
late.
you going past her and just grabbing the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't.
Well, too bad. Speedrunner's gonna speedrun.
We'll find a way.
I don't think they were anticipating speedrunners back then.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
So these enemies are all random, huh?
They spawn in random
They seem-
locations.
Yeah, they seem to be different each time.
Yeah. Every time the screen transitions, it randomly places them.
But is it even the same set of enemies?
Yeah, it's always the same set.
Okay.
Just,
Yeah, it's the same set, just different locations.
which really messed things up.
Alright, Zyre had one that wasn't quite good enough. Starting again.
I guess that makes this a pretty good mystery game. Because if it was a standard game, I bet all the times would kind of come down to who got the best luck with the spawns.
Oh,
Yeah, that's true.
Because you kind of nailed the execution part of it. But here, now it's an interesting improvisation factor that guys have to cope with.
Yeah, and the fact that you have a lot of health to work with, though, means you can probably get away with bad spawns, to some
the main thing
degree.
is the spawns is you get a lot of health, but when you're hit, you stop for like a half second. You just kind of stand there,
Mhm.
go, I got hit.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't really boost damage too much, other than against the witch.
Yeah, there's no boosting. You don't
Yeah,
boost.
Yeah, getting a hit is just, it wastes your time. That's just straight up what it does. So, a lot of execution, little bit of luck involved. Really good game. At least as far as for a mystery game.
Not bad, not bad.
Looks like Seawolf has a significant improvement.
Yeah, he's down to 229. Oh, cool. So that's real close.
Might be 230. I think I split a hair early.
All right, well, we'll find out. With just a couple seconds separating our two contenders right now.
Yeah, before the show started, we were already figuring it was going to be a close match. And that a lot of it was going to come down to just luck.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Well, you're under 20 minutes now. There's just under 20 minutes remaining. Actually, about 19 minutes remaining.
Keep forgetting to split there.
Yeah, the split made more sense when there wasn't the death warping, I think. I think the death warping cuts a bit of time out of it and just, I don't know.
Oh.
You don't think to do it. Oh, that's not good. You gotta keep Minnie with you.
Yeah,
If she wanders off, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah,
no,
because...
didn't- yeah, I didn't want that spider spawned right on top of the ladder. Guaranteed hit there.
But this is a neat game. We may have this game on again because there's a lot of good material in it. We're just using the first level out of 5, but there's plenty of good stuff. And it's a pretty accessible game. You don't need to know much to play it, so that's always a good thing for SGL.
Yep,
It's
just
pretty basic controls. If
jump
that
and
was-
shoot.
Yeah, jump and shoot. The only thing that's just tricky about it is dealing with the fact that you have 2 characters. So I guess for some of the levels, you actually use Minnie to do certain objectives or something?
Nope.
No, you don't?
Nope.
I thought there was places where you needed Minnie to trigger switches for you or something.
Come on,
Nope.
let's go.
So she's just there to make it hard for you.
Yep, and I don't know if you noticed, but neither of us are shooting any secret item locations. In every
Itchy.
trying to think of what they're called, scene basically. There is a chance for a secret item to be there, and if you shoot the secret item enough, it appears and you can collect it. But not on the first stage, but in the but after the first stage, especially in the last stage, instead of a beneficial item to appear, a little devil-like thing will appear and take Minnie away, and then you have to go rescue Minnie before you can beat the game.
Oh man. That's
So
annoying.
she's really more of a liability than anything else. She's holding you back.
Yeah, I remember her getting kidnapped. Must have been the castle. I must have played that stage before because I remember her getting kidnapped and like go to a room there's like 4 fake minis and one real one. It's a real like random pain in the ass.
Fake minis. Wow.
It's like 5
that-
windowsills with like 5 minis, and I think one hits you for like damage, and the rest just teleport you out of there.
It was basically that if Minnie gets taken away, you have to. She's turned into a statue, and you have to go touch the correct statue in order for her to be rescued.
All right, there's one. So slight improvement for Zyre there.
Pretty good.
Getting close to 15 minutes left on the clock.
Nice spawn spider. That's the thing in this game, like that spider and that spawn, like I started under him. Like I was being hit by that spider no matter what happened. Even if I was fighting him normally and not avoiding him, he still hit me. So just shrug and keep on going.
I think this is a Capcom game, right?
I want to say so.
One of the early Capcom Disney games, I guess.
Yeah, maybe they're first.
It might be. It might be. And you see Seawolf taking damage from the projectile in order to use his invincibility to get through the witch. Pretty clever. There is actual invincibility in this.
Yeah,
you
it's
probably
like-
won't see it, but you shoot certain parts of the background and invincibility will appear. But it takes a long time. You have to shoot the background a lot to get the hidden
Like
stuff
6
to
times
appear.
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about with the secret items, shooting stuff in the background.
Oh, come on. Good spawn.
All right, so with some good spawns, Seawolf may be able to make this.
Being sarcastic. All spawns like, oh, new room, here are 5 enemies. New room, here are 5 enemies. No, they're awful spawns.
All right.
Here we go. New run begins.
Considering Seawolf is getting the projectile, I'm surprised that the times are that close to each other. Just 2.5 seconds apart.
Yeah, with the projectile, you're able to destroy enemies that would normally hurt you. So he's destroying the enemies that hurt me,
Right.
and so he's saving time that way.
Yeah, that's
It's
true, because
right.
you lose that, half second to a second every time you're hit. So yeah, I suppose it only takes a couple of those to make up for the time that you gain by skipping the projectile.
Yeah, but then if you get if you get good spawn locations, then
You can run right through without a problem.
Right.
yep.
It's a bad spawn for the cat.
So we get another one coming in from Zyre right now. Looks like in the 225 range. Bar's been raised. So we're always on the lookout for people to help with this, for people to be players, and for people to help contribute goals. If you are interested in any of those things, you can either go to the website that you see in the bottom left corner there, speakgaming.tv, and look for the helping out link, the helping out tab, and that shows all the things we need help with and how to contact. You can also use that to, if you want to be a player, there's a little section on requirements for that. But basically you can contact us at emailing us at sgl@speedgaming.tv, or you can tweet at Sunday Sequence Break at TSS Break on Twitter if you would like. We're going to be setting up a separate Twitter for SGL and SGL announcements and such pretty soon, but that's not quite ready yet. It was released by Capcom, but not made by Capcom.
Ah,
I see. It definitely feels a bit different than the other Capcom Disney games. I mean, to the extent that there is any similarity between them all, this definitely seems like it would be the odd one out.
yeah.
It's a different scale almost.
Yeah.
I mean, they were all made in the kind of Mega Man engine, weren't they? Basically.
Yeah, sort of. They at least felt like it was a Mega Man engine.
Ignore that first green split. I just actually remembered to split when I'm supposed to.
It's Fool's Green.
Fool's green.
Alright, see what's coming up on the boss now. A little low in the... Oh, he's actually alright in the health department.
I work at the health department. I'm trying something different. So I think there's a spot for Death Warp that's actually useful. Besides just getting your health back.
Oh, Minnie. Come on.
So maybe Hudson's Soft, it makes sense because the ferry pickup is the ferry from Adventure Island.
It sure looks like it. It's very Adventure Island-y. The sound effects sound a little bit like Adventure Island too, I think. I mean, not that you guys can hear it, but it's... Not that the viewers can hear it, but I happen to think so. But I guess there's no connection there. I wonder what year this was released. I seem to remember this being pretty early on in the NES life cycle. This was like among the first games that I ever rented, so it must have been way back.
Yeah.
I gotta look this up now.
I want to say 1986, maybe?
Alright.
87.
87. Close.
If this was Price is Right, it would have gone up.
It's true. Mickey Mouse Fushigi no Kuni no Daiboken.
Okay.
Hopefully that clears it up for you.
Well, the Adventures of Mickey, my limited knowledge of Japanese.
Oh, it is a
So
Hudson.
Adventures-
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I just noticed it was Hudson Soft.
They have too much health.
So maybe it's not just a coincidence that the invincibility is this similar sprite. And the sound effects.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're supposed to rescue Alice from Alice in Wonderland. That's the
Yeah.
hero, the damsel in distress.
Yep. It's
Is
you rescue Alice, and I think the final boss is Maleficent.
That's kind of cool.
Let's see a little time on the stars time. See what happens.
Oh, Seawolf has an improvement. Not quite where Zyre is yet, but
Not quite there.
Not quite there.
do you feel like you have to change your strats in order to... You know,
I'm trying something that's kind of dependent on having a certain amount of damage at a certain time in a certain way. AKA very stupid.
Why, I'm still seeing 2:29:63 is the time.
yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Okay. I see. Oh, I thought you meant that you posted it. I see. It's just that you got it. Trying something different, huh? Skipping the death warp. The health is going to be tricky, though.
Oh, why not be able... There's a hidden item there. There's a hidden item in a room. It stops you from moving around when you're in the air by it. So it actually froze me in place. I screwed me up.
Oh, that's what it is, huh?
So RNGesus was not kind.
That's what was going on.
So yeah, I got screwed over by the game trying to give me a power-up.
Yeah, I noticed that certain places in the room will stop your projectiles. I didn't realize they actually stopped you from moving. That's crazy.
Yeah, solid objects. Again, early in the NES cycle, so probably very basic programming. Just an invisible solid block. Womp, womp, womp.
Well, didn't get hit by the cat coming back, so
Interesting.
Neat. It's a little
getting hit by a
time
few other things, but
Seems like there's plenty of health for this goal, as long as you're, a little bit cautious, but, at least you get a little bit of a penalty for getting hit, so that's some incentive to not just run right through everything.
Yeah.
yeah.
These hidden objects are killing me. Just ugh.
Looks like
Sounds
that
like
was...
that you may randomly just get hit in the face because the game says, "Oh look, have a box."
Right. Alright, we're under 5 minutes. 4.5 minutes to go on the clock.
Oh god, cat, no. I saw it down there too. Is 5 minutes left?
Yeah. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left.
Let's do a good tries.
So you're trying to not do the death warp at the witch?
I'm trying to death warp somewhere else. Because, as you mentioned, that one room teleports to the bottom. So I think the room where you get the first star initially, you get the top of the other side. I think you death warp down there and save yourself the trip to the whole mansion.
Wow, well that would be cool.
Assuming I survive in the process.
That's not a bad idea.
I
Give it a
might
go.
just copy that.
Yeah, here we go. You got 3 minutes left. It's worth a shot.
Well, I don't have enough health to get the key, so... But of course, the room that you're thinking of, if you're unlucky in that case, you might actually get Mini Star instead of
Oh,
the
no.
enemy.
I was gonna kill by the spiders.
Oh yeah, the spiders. I forgot they were in there.
I got to work once, but I had so much health in the rooms, I just didn't take any damage from the whole place. That I took like 10 seconds of death warp, which is terrible.
Yeah, it sucks when you're trying to get hit and you just can't. That's the it's most embarrassing. No, the game won't kill me now that I want it to.
Oh, just barely. Which is jump in the trunk.
Yeah, you gotta be pretty picky because the times are getting tight. 2:24:89 is the time to beat, and that's really good. Oh, goodness. I'm watching the Panic Restaurant practice happening in the background. It's happening off stream right now. Looking forward to that one. We've had that on SGL before, so with different goal though.
I don't think I could ever look at that walking animation and not have a smile on my face.
I think it's really expensive.
Okay,
too, isn't it?
I'm trying it out for you, see, Wolf.
You give it a shot.
Try
Alright,
it
let's see
out.
what happens.
Oh, it does send you down there.
Oh man, look at that.
This is gonna be
What a
crushing
shortcut.
time.
The trick is, though, you got to get past the witch without dying, so...
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be serious. Look at that. Poof.
Phew, 8-second improvement just from that. Thanks for the ideas.
Wow.
No, but I do what I can.
Well,
And that
did
was
it.
pacifist as well, so...
Oh, so you skipped the star. Oh wow. Neat.
Yeah, skip the star, and...
Just gung-hoed it.
Yep.
You go being there.
The spawns were kind. The RNG was kind to me.
Alright, we're under a minute to go. So if you don't like the run that you're doing, you might consider at least starting another one and seeing how the RNG goes for the next 43 seconds before you make your final decision. You've got intense Ninja Gaiden cinema music playing.
Which one?
You can't hear it. It's not.
I know.
It's just in my head.
I know.
Oh, that's what I'm asking.
In case you were
I wanna-
wondering.
I wanna know. I want to know.
It's very appropriate, though.
I'm about to die? Is an orange ninja going to take my life?
That's right. For what reason did he fight and die?
I was be worried because he's an orange ninja. That means he's beyond the whole stealth thing. He's just there to kill you.
Right, a bright orange ninja has
Yeah,
got
stealth?
nothing to
No.
fear.
I'm here on business.
Must be poisonous.
Don't eat this ninja. It's bad news.
All right, that's it. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. Last call. This is your last chance to reset if you'd like
Yeah,
to.
sounds- one last
Otherwise, window of opportunity is closed. So you're stuck with whatever runs you're on right now.
Alright, so took my last reset.
I only missed the time up by a couple seconds. I was close.
Well, I'm going with what I got.
Yeah, balls in Seawolf's court now. He's gotta cut up more than 10 seconds off his
Chunk of time off this bad boy. Well, I had the ideal route down in my head, which is nice. Just get it done.
Now he needs to keep enough health that he can get in and out of that witch's chamber without
Oh, chair, please.
dying.
Well, he's already below. Like if he takes a hit, he's dead already from the witch. So it's whether or not he can avoid any hits.
Really, how much damage does her projectiles do?
One.
Our
Okay.
projectiles do one.
Yeah.
You're probably taking 2 hits on the way in, though. So yeah, you want at least 3 health. Again, the windows stop you? Doesn't stop me from moving. That's the weirdest
Oh.
thing.
If you try to
How's one?
turn around in midair, that's what causes it.
Oh, it actually freezes you too? Okay.
Yeah, it freezes you. So
So let's play a little Ikaruga witch fight. Nope, never mind. There we go. I'm done. He's out.
All right.
That's
Well,
what
that's
happens
it.
when I play Ikaruga.
It's like a
Dang.
bullet.
All right, cool. Well, congrats, Zyre, for winning this match. It's quite
Congrats
a
to the
defeat.
Seawolf for coming up with a clever strategy.
Yeah,
yeah,
didn't
that
help
was-
him, unfortunately.
It's about to keep me around. Puns and strategies.
All right, well, cool. We're
Hey, guys.
get set up for our next match here. We're going to be back to Rockin' Cats again. Let me just show the overall progression of what's happening now. We already did our Rockin' Cats match. Now we just finished Mickey Mousecapades. Zyre beating Seawolf. Match 3 is going to be Rockin' Cats again. Same goal that we saw before, but with different players. Match 4 is our second mystery game, which has been revealed to be Panic Restaurant. Knighty and RaneOfSOTN are going to play that. And then finally, last match of the evening will be match 5 Rockin' Cats again. A different goal than what we saw last time. Brand new goal, all 4 players. Everyone for themselves. Good stuff. That's not right. That's better. Okay, Zyre and Knighty.
And Knighty is here. He's just not in the Skype call. Actually, he's on the Skype call.
He's in the Skype call. He's just keeping quiet. Want to stay focused on the runs. I understand. I always screw up when I talk. So. All right. Are both players ready to do this?
Yep.
All right. There's the
Knighty
other
is ready.
affirmative.
He's
okay,
good.
Cool. All right. I'm going to count you guys down. 3, 2, 1, go. Started from 3 that time instead of 4, just trip you up. Let's see if it worked.
Well, you're throwing off my swings already.
That's what you mean. Let's see.
Yep, I'll take responsibility for whatever goes wrong here. I think you guys are going to like the bonus game that I give you this time. I just figured I would put that out there. That we are going to play a bonus game at the end, or whoever wants to stick around at the end can play a bonus game.
Yeah, sure.
Might
Yeah,
like it.
I might.
At least worth trying out. It's not going to be Swamp Thing. I was considering giving you guys
Damn.
Swamp Thing again to see if anybody else could get through the first level. But disappointingly, Mythical was able to beat the Swamp Thing goal. I was hoping that no one would.
I think the two other people managed eventually.
Eventually, yeah. Alright, that's good. I'll have to come up with a harder one next time.
Yeah, let's see. So Knighty had a very good time getting to the chicken. Well, yeah, he had the chicken dead before I got to the chicken in the first place. That was good. No, the split was on the same time frame, so about a second faster than I was doing. So that's good.
Yeah, the task does some pretty crazy things. It makes use of a lot more boosts than we're going to be using here. Just because it's, can change directions faster and whatnot.
Times, I had a... Lucky I had 236, and Rane had, I think... We're thinking sub 229, because he didn't say that last awesome run he had. So
Yeah.
officially, he had like a 230 and change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, let me bring that up. I just want to see what those times were for sure. Oh yeah, 230 and 230 and a half and 236 and a half, basically. Wow, so the grappling is a lot harder than it looks. Trying to hit the spot that you want to grapple to is very tricky.
Absolutely, especially when there's varying amounts of lag changing the timing.
Mm-hmm. See, Knighty's real smart now. He just punch straight down. Looking more on punching down left. Right, you got time already.
Yeah, I already got a time on the board. Uh-oh,
Official 235 flat.
Is it still uploading? What's going on?
Coming
Oh, there we go. Good. So far, we haven't had any trouble with the uploader. I'm glad that it works. We had a lot of trouble last year with it.
Really?
Yeah.
There we go. Upload. Sweet. Alright, we're good.
Alright, so the spot that they're stopping at right here, see on the left where Zyre's waiting around, this stage, a couple screens to the right, is the beginning of the next auto-scroller. There's just this long minecart auto-scroller. Like I said, this game's got a lot of auto-scrollers in it, so we designed the goal to sort of work around them. But the place where they exit out of the first channel, after defeating the mini-boss, basically you're exiting out right before another auto-scroller, so that one I think is the airplane auto-scroller.
Which level?
The first channel, channel 1.
Channel
I'm sorry,
one
channel...
is-
Yeah, channel 1, right. I think that's the airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. Dang it.
I just figured out that those are poodles that are dropping things from the windows.
Yep, it is.
Just realized. Eh. I think these channels are supposed to have different themes, but I forget what the theme of. I mean, this one I guess is supposed to be like a Western theme or something, with all the
Yeah.
Indians
Yeah.
and the minecarts and whatnot. But I don't know what this Channel 1 theme is supposed to be.
Suburban life? I don't know.
Suburban life, huh?
Or city life? I don't know.
They're kind of gangstery, right? Maybe it's supposed to be gangster themed.
Well, the 5th stage is more gangster themed than this.
Well, the 5th stage is a combination of the other stages.
Yeah, the intro part is a little more detailed, but basically it's just a rehash of the other 5 stages, or 4 stages.
Yeah. So it should go through all 4 of them, you know, all 4 of the themes. You'll be seeing Channel 5 for Match 5, for our final match. You get to see that channel. Okay, we got another one coming in from Knighty. I didn't see what it
Nice.
said on the splits. Is that going to be...
It's legit. It's 229.9.
Oh, okay, that's a sub 30 then. Oh, cool. Well, there's the Holy Grail. We've already attained the sub 30.
2 tries. Good work.
Well, last time we all thought that sub 4 on one goal would be like, that's the winner, that you got it, you win, and then everyone got
Everyone
sub
did.
4.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
I like the root beer sign, and the can of root beer falls off onto you.
Yes, the root beer
Root beer.
of golden
Dangerous.
tint and foamy head. Clearly root
There it
beer.
goes. Nice. Do you guys improvise at all when you're grappling in this section?
A little bit. Mostly just if I get the grapple or not.
You do improvise when the grapple doesn't say yes or no. Just kind of doesn't happen.
Is anybody using any items besides the hover shoes for this goal?
For this
Not
goal?
for this goal.
Not for this one?
Not for this one. No, just hover shoes on stage 4.
Okay.
That's really the only one.
I see that everyone has chosen to go hover shoes despite the lag they add. I was wondering about that. The weird thing is they cause lag even if they're not equipped. Or, sorry, when they are equipped, but you're not using them.
Yeah, the
When you're
game is
not using
prepping for it. It's probably checking every frame
Yeah,
for
yeah.
on or off. Yeah, look at the small canopies I mentioned before have really awful hitboxes.
It also seems to be especially hard to catch a ledge with the glove on the way back. Like, it happens sometimes, but
Yeah, typically it's the way on or bust. On one of the runs, I actually grabbed a ungrabbable spot. Like it went past the lamppost and grabbed behind it instead. So, some, I guess, overlay of grab and not grab.
I haven't really seen much abuse of the swinging mechanic in this. I'm not sure that there's a lot that you can do.
You can swing on the I guess the old west roofs and stuff, but yeah, part 2 and part 3 swinging is not really a thing for the stage. But one part of swinging is if you do punch in the air after a swing, you reset to normal velocity. So if you jump too high, like swing like one notch too far, you can you can punch to get back your standard falling velocity. And then with jet dashes again, you can tap them on and off real fast to get terminal velocity. So there's more of a down-falling area in the game. You probably fall down a lot faster. It wasn't full of spikes and bats and stuff.
Dang, it's so close.
Oh, yeah, not quite. Very close.
Yep. If I hadn't taken a couple of extra hits and if I hadn't messed up the totem boss, would have actually had a pretty good time to compare.
Well, so we got 20 more minutes, so plenty of time to do some work.
Knighty had a good run going.
Yeah.
But he took one hit and decided, nope, can't beat the time anymore.
That's fair. That drop is at least 5-6 seconds. He was at 225 and change. So. Well, Myth, you did a theory task, right? What'd your task come out to be? Like, is it like 221, something like that?
220, about that.
So the time frame here is basically just, odd grapples, extra boosts to the side.
Yeah, it's pretty much just like a super clean run with a couple of strats that are inconsistent.
The Rockin' Cat's task was made by Fat Rat Knight, Tampa, Pirate Sephiroth, and Meshuggah. So I think they did it as part of a task competition. So they had only a limited amount of time to make the tasks. So I guess that they went for just doing as well as they can in the time frame. It's not a task that people worked on for months and months. I think it was like less than a week to work on it.
Oh, yeah, it's a small time frame.
This game, that task has some Tampa in it though, so if you see any frames saved in that task, it's probably him.
By the way, if you're curious just how laggy this game is, of the 9,006 frames of Knighty's run, 2,001 of them are lag.
Wow, 2 out of 9. Wow.
It's not quite mini boss, but it's pretty intense.
That's great, and I think that the hitbox or the hit detection is a little bit questionable when lag is happening. So think about that, and 2 out of 9 frames.
You may have
missing hits.
Hit problems.
Yeah.
I did say mini boss. I'll say it again.
Ooh. Knighty comes in with a
Ooh,
very good time.
Here it comes. Ooh, wow. Nicely done. Oh yeah. That's good.
Alright, so what is this going to be? Oh, I missed what the there is. 225.7, so that's going to be a tricky one to beat.
Yeah, that's gonna be a real tough time to beat.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
My best is 27.5, so or 227.5. So
You might set a PB. I think that's quite possible.
Yep.
Now that you've got nothing to lose, pull out all the stops.
Get it right the whole way.
No mistakes.
No pressure, right?
Don't miss any grapples.
Oh, that's interesting. There's 170 less frames of lag on 90's new run.
Improvements.
Almost 3 seconds. That's pretty significant.
Well, little pigs spawn weird sometimes too, so maybe them showing up at the right time or wrong time can buy some time.
Yep. I think if
right into the pit.
if you really wanted to try to get an edge, you would plan out your swings such that you kill certain enemies, I think,
Yeah.
to reduce lag.
Mhm.
But it would be like it would take a long time to route it all out, I think.
The
Yeah.
gangster dogs, the poodles that drop flower pots, they create tremendous lag. And the gangster dog can show up like 2 or 3 at a time. So, it's
So I,
just-
I think everyone just kind of opted to just get really good at swinging and not worry about the details like that.
Had a good first area, and then pig picked me up on the second area.
Bionic Commando music very appropriate for this.
You know, if Bionic Commando wasn't a thing, this game would probably be remembered as like a classic for this swinging mechanic.
That's true. Yeah, it's
that's
Bionic Commando
fantastic.
took the slot as the grappling hook game.
Yeah, well, he's getting a jump too, so that kind of takes the fun out of it.
Okay, we got just under 14 minutes left on the clock. It's the 13:43 minute warning.
Ooh, I think Knighty just saw that he was going to fall in a pit and opted to switch to the shoes right away
Now,
in midair.
I think I've seen him do that a couple times.
Yeah, that's really cool. It also helps you avoid taking a hit on that the guy with the gun just before the chicken boss. He can spawn in a couple different places, and most of them you can't get by without taking a hit, pretty much.
Yep.
But you got the shoes, not necessarily. I actually don't even know. Do the shoes stay equipped if you go to the next level?
No, they
I
don't.
think so.
There are channel bases. Like you can go 4-1, 4-2, 4-3 and have them on. Once you jump back to the channel menu, you equip.
Huh.
And when you die, you still keep your stuff too. So that wouldn't happen here, of course. But
I guess somehow my first split didn't register, so ignore it. Ignore that, and it's the second split.
In fact, just ignore everything about this.
Ignore all the red, please. Just focus on the nice green number that's right there, even though it's a lie. No, that's not going to make it under 230.
Alright, we got Knighty finishing up a really good one here. Never mind.
The curse! It wouldn't be SGL without one of those.
Right. It actually happened 4 seconds before I said that, but we'll consider it the curse.
The
Yeah,
curse
then
is
we got 228.
retroactive.
No one's getting the one-ups. So risky.
I actually game overed a few times in the other goal. You can fall into some water and just die
Yeah.
pretty easily. And
Just 3 or 4
Yes.
spots.
happened quite a number of times.
So I don't think I've been seeing the players use the channel exit code after the totem pole mini boss.
Yeah,
No,
I
it's-
think everyone kind of, looked at some numbers and decided that,
Just
as
wasn't
fast
worth
as they can navigate the menu, it's just not.
I
Not
came to the
fast enough.
conclusion, like, when I was doing it, dropping the boots being equipped, that next little section, either I'd have to make up time by not having the boots, or I'd have to be,
I don't honestly think they're actually saving him time just looking at it. He only uses them twice, and neither of them really saving. Like, the first one just gets him over the pit.
Right.
I just turned off my mic, right? So they can hear you.
Good job.
Guest commentary.
So yeah, I guess commentary from Dragondark.
It's the benefit of the roommate, I guess.
Aren't you supposed to be sucking up bandwidth right now? What are you doing here?
Huh?
Warn me when you're gonna turn on the mic next time.
You saw me click off the mic on the. Don't
I
even.
wasn't even watching what you were doing. I was walking that way, looking in a different direction.
Domestic disputes. SGL giving you everything.
I mean, the first jump, you go to the pit, you get over the dog, then
Oh, that was so close.
Oh, Zyre took a hit right at the end of the fall.
Oh man. Wow.
That
Well,
could have been it.
you got 9 minutes to get another one like that. Wow, it's so close.
oh,
So now we're probably about a second apart. We'll find out
Yeah,
once
2 shots.
Mythical finishes the
Man.
timing that one.
Well,
That's got to help with the confidence, though. Like, before, oh, he beat my PB, what am I going to do? But now you see, hey, you know what? I'm still capable of winning this thing.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and I took to heart a little something that you guys mentioned earlier, Mythical, that you mentioned earlier, that just having the hover shoes equipped increases lag.
Right.
So instead of equipping the hover shoes at the beginning of Channel 4 like I usually do, I waited until I got past the first area.
It's good to know.
not a bad idea.
The improvisation.
Yeah, the speedrun doesn't get items just because it takes time to go into the store and purchase the item. And you can't even get all the items at the start. They cost different amounts of money, and unless you're going to go out of your way to farm money, which obviously you wouldn't in a speedrun, you're just not even going to have the money to buy any of the good stuff until it's, probably a bit past where you use it. And then even then, it costs time. You don't want to waste time going through menus. There's nothing
Yeah.
that's worth it, that much.
There is now less than a second separating the 2 times.
Oh, cool. Yeah, 225.49 to 226.43, just under a second.
Good competition.
And I should point out, both these times are very good. I thought, I was hoping we'd see sub 230. And so I'm pretty impressed.
So now we're at sub 225 is what we want to see now.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take that to impress me.
Nope, right into the pit.
No, Knighty there just shot his glove straight through an awning, thanks to lag.
Yep. And it's always the awnings. There's some of the surfaces you can grapple, you can get them every time. But the awnings seem to be the worst.
Yeah, they're
I
pretty
wonder,
small.
I wonder if there's like a thickness to the grapple areas, and that's affecting things. Get a hitbox viewer or something.
Wow.
Yeah, it's looking like there's a slightly different position where the glove contacts the surface that you're grappling to. It's not quite the same each time, so it must have some width to it.
No one gets commentary.
Ah,
I was too
I
busy
have to
being
say, I
entertained.
probably should have paid more attention to other people's streams. I don't think I ever, for whatever reason, thought to start throwing up grapples to try and grab stuff after a swing. I kept trying to grab forward. Whew.
true.
Yeah, that's
Well-
the secret to the sub 25.
I mean, forward is
Well,
definitely
225.
faster, but you have more grapple options if you also grapple up.
Well, it's like sometimes, like with the root beer, would try to grapple forward, and it left me, if on the perfect swing, a very small window to get it right before the pit. But if you go with an up grapple, it seems like there's a lot more room for it.
Ooh, so close.
Okay, we're just under 5 minutes, about 4.5 minutes left on the clock. If anyone is interested in being a player on this show, or on helping out with the show, or on contributing goals to the show, different games and goals that we could use for this, you could always use those things. You can follow that. We'll go to the address that you see in the lower left there, speedgaming.tv, and from the website you can find links to email us and let us know that you're interested in helping out or playing. We're always looking for more players. That's the biggest thing right now, I guess, is getting more players. I mean, I definitely need help making this thing happen, and, you know, anytime anyone can contribute goals, that saves some time, but we really need more players. And I know it's a busy season for people, and I'm sure there's going to be more in the spring, or more after AGDQ at least. But yeah, and people who've been on the show before are welcome to come back, regardless of how many times you've been on it. And just tell people about the show. That's probably the best thing right now, is just get the word out there. This is just our second episode since we restarted the show.
Since we got these swanky new graphics.
Swanky new graphics, swanky website, swanky-ish. It's actually a pretty simple website. It's not even any JavaScript involved in it.
That's better.
It's
I mean,
old-style
JavaScript
web.
breaks everything.
Yeah, no JavaScript, no Flash, so there. But it definitely is a old school-ish looking webpage. Only so much you can do with CSS if you're not automating anything.
I don't know. I do enough stuff with JavaScript every day at work. I can't stand the thing. Then again, I've been slowly switching to TypeScript just because it's a little more structured.
So the next episode of this is going to be coming up on Saturday, the Saturday of this week, 2 days from now, at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time on this channel, we're going to be doing this show again. The game for that one is going to be Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu. So,
oh boy.
yeah, oh boy indeed.
It sounds ridiculous, but the game's actually pretty good.
It is pretty good, yes. And also pretty ridiculous.
You're right, those are not mutually exclusive.
Right. Okay, we've got about less than a minute and a half to go. Needs more animated GIFs. That's what it needs, you're right.
Man, these times are so low that the mistakes that cause resets are pretty small now.
Well, are we just past the minute mark now?
Yep, we're at 47 seconds left.
So,
Good. Get your resets in. Now's your chance to reset. No, we still got some time. Yeah, I think they are pigs. I've been sort of on the fence about what I think these trench coat things are, but they look like pigs.
they got enough qualities to classify them as pigs.
They're pig. They're definitely pig-like. They're not unpig-like, at least. Okay, that's it. Timer is expired, so last chance to reset.
I took it.
Okay, you took it, and window of opportunity is closed. So now you are stuck to the run that you're in. Stuck with it.
Knighty managed a even split, so he's going to keep going.
Right on. I fixed the 3-minute 60-second bug, so there's going to be no more 60 seconds that show up, sadly.
Yeah, this is not going to be the run. I can already tell.
Well, right now the ball's in Zyre's court. He's got to cut more than almost a minute off of his time.
A second.
That's a hard minute.
Did I say a
cut,
minute?
man.
He's cut a minute off his time? Yeah, he's got to cut a minute off his time, guys.
And now he needs an additional 3.2 somehow, somewhere.
And I messed up
Another-
the mini boss, so
Play it
it's not
out.
gonna
Maybe a
happen.
miracle happens. Some crazy thing.
It's true.
Maybe you all of a sudden found the double hit strat for the second mini boss. Who knows?
But yeah, that's true. There is a weird... You can sometimes deal 2 damage to things.
Well, certain mini bosses, I at least didn't see it happen on the Indian guy, but who knows? I didn't exactly do the first goal as much as I did the second goal, so.
I'm really looking forward to the second goal. There's a lot of different ways to approach things, and it should be interesting.
Yep. The next match we're going to do is going to be the second mystery game, which will be Panic Restaurant. And then the final match we do is going to be this game again, Rockin' Cats, and it will be a different goal. As Mythical said, it's got a lot of really interesting stuff to it. Alright, so Knighty's comes in not quite enough to make a mark on the board. And Zyre's it's not out of the question, but with just this one, or these last 2 screens left to go, it's going to be pretty tricky to make up that time.
yeah, it's not going to happen.
Alright, well, let's see. Let's see what happens.
Yep.
Alright, wasn't quite enough, but nice job overall. Okay, so here's... Oh, I gotta get these out of the way. Here's an overview of what's happened so far. There's a recap. We just finished match 3. Knighty taking down Zyre by less than 1 second. Real close. Both players sub 230, which is used to be our sort of our goal time, but man, better than expected. Next thing we got coming up here is Panic Restaurant. Knighty and RaneOfSOTN are going to be playing that one, so let me just get that set up and we'll start that match off. Knighty and RaneOfSOTN, there it is.
Everyone's hyped for Panic Restaurant, right?
This is a great game.
Everyone's favorite classic.
Yeah.
Fond memories.
Everyone's favorite food-based platformer. All the levels are named after different courses of the meal. There's like appetizer, there's the soup course, there's the fish course, main course or something. Entree, I guess, is what it's called. Dessert. I forget which this level's called. I should actually bring that goal up so we can...
Soup.
Soup? This is the soup. Soup.
This is the soup.
Soup. Alright, yeah. Beating the soup stage. That's all there is to it.
That's literally all it says. I'm
It
looking
says,
at
"Beat the
goal,
soup stage."
beat the soup stage.
Okay.
I was
Knighty-
hoping it was just drinking soup. I was so sorely disappointed.
Yeah. If
Oh,
that's all you had to
no.
do for the goal, just drink soup.
Someone has linked the cover art for this game. It's a nightmare.
That's a bit creepy. Alright, are both players ready to go?
I'm ready.
Yes, indeed. Okay, both players are ready. So, we're gonna count you down. 3, 2, 1, go. And we're off. Match 4 of Panic Restaurant. This was a pretty neat game. This game was first suggested to me by Blecky back last year when Blecky contributed a whole bunch of goals that he gained from his blind racing experience. I guess he must have come across this. I think this was one of the ones that Blecky contributed. And we had this a different stage from this game as a mystery goal in SGL last year, and it worked out really well, I thought. But we're taking on more stages, and there's plenty of stages left, so it wouldn't surprise me if we saw this game again on SGL at some point. Lots of good material. And again, it's just a very accessible platformer that often makes good SGL goals. Easy to learn platformer type games.
Yep, looks like you've got a pretty big hitbox on your frying pan.
No, you don't.
You don't? Oh, I thought it was alright.
You'd be surprised. The hitbox in the frying pan is a bit deceptive.
See, I thought it was just bad.
But you can attack and keep moving if you jump, which is nice.
It's got Ninja Gaiden type attacking and jumping type thing. But I think you stop if you attack in the ground, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You pause very briefly. The game is, I'd say, mostly about lag management. It's all about just making sure stuff doesn't stay on screen too long.
Yeah, those apples, when you shatter them, seem like they're lag creators.
They just shatter on proximity, but it's all about just handling it.
I see. So we're seeing some power-ups getting used here. The frying pan gives you sort of an invincibility. This fork is, as you can see, a pogo stick that you can hit enemies with. Microwave
Oh,
bombs.
whoops! I totally forgot those splits.
That's cool. The splits are just there so that the audience can get some sense of what's going on.
All the practice I did not split, so it's just not in me. So we'll see how this goes. Oh wait, on the window. Whoops.
I forget where I said to end it. The moment the screen begins to fade out when you walk off of it.
I shall begin.
So there's like a,
Alright.
it's kind of like a soft limit. If you only have one enemy on screen, you don't really get any lag, but more than that, and it seems to be a problem.
Knighty comes in with a 213.6 to Rane's 218, so already a 5-second difference between them off their first runs. But the first run is often just a placeholder. We'll see where this time really goes. You think we'll get under 2 minutes this time?
No, I really don't.
So that elevator, I think, is on a fixed timer, right? It's on a global timer? Global timer?
Yeah, they're on a cycle timer, so...
Yeah. So you definitely got to get there by that cycle, and I guess that as long as you do, everyone's going to have the same time up to that point, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Although I suppose lag is going to be... There's going to be differences in lag, though, so it's the same time plus or minus some lag frames.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I've noticed, is most of it's just lag. Bit of it's not getting hit, but most of it's lag.
I like these rolling pizzas. It's very difficult to roll a pizza. To just like roll it along the floor. That's hard. Has to be a pretty stiff pizza.
It's definitely not thin crust.
I prefer mine stuffed, but we'll deal with that later.
Alright, so Rane gets one in at 2:15-ish, so much closer this time. Now, there are different items that you can pick up, and I have to admit I have no idea what they do. I don't know too much about this game. Like the candies get you, what, that increases your health or something?
It looks like the lollipop-looking ones give you extra health. The other ones just heal 1. When you get the extra health, it seems to refill it fully. So.
I see.
Knighty finishes another run, but just short.
Yeah. I'm still holding out for sub 2 minutes, even though it does not look like that's going to be possible. Maybe sub 210 will happen. I just want it to be sub some number. Some arbitrary boundary.
But sub 215 is unacceptable
No.
for some reason.
Not okay. That's not alright. Sub 210 though will be alright. Sub 215 is silly.
Of course. Why that?
Yeah.
So what are the coins?
I don't know.
That may just be points. Oh no,
They even
they're
have
not.
their own
They have their own
counter.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I gotta look this up. This is killing me.
There's probably like a shop thing somewhere. You can buy power-ups.
When I first made this goal up, I looked all this stuff up and I completely forgot what it all is now. Alright, Game Facts will tell me the answer. Oh, it's for the bonus game. I see. Thanks, Dragon Dark. Slot machines for the bonus game.
Man, these onions lag the game like crazy when you hit them. I wonder if it'd be worth it to actually not hit them.
Well, the problem is if you leave the onions on, then they're also on there with all the other sprites. They lag the game for being on there.
But yeah, that's right. That's what the coins do. It's for the bonus game. And yeah, the candies give you restore hearts, lollipops add to your max health, chef's hat is an extra life. The spoon is a longer attack, which you actually see being used there on the right. Just increases your attack range over the frying pan. And we also saw the fork, which is the pogo stick. Plates, that's one, I'm not sure if that's in this goal anywhere, but you can, oh, that's what that is? That might be a plate up there. Oh no, that's the frying pan, never mind. A plate is like a projectile weapon, you can throw them. Not sure if you'll see that here. Why did the chickens jump into the microwave willingly?
I don't even know. It's a soup stage. So I thought we'd be fighting a soup-themed boss, and I was wrong.
Well, you can make soup in the microwave. I mean, you can heat up soup in the microwave. I don't know.
Maybe
Or-
this game was so that parents could teach their children about
Right.
where food comes from, and they can say, "Look, the chickens. It's they want to go and
Right.
get in the oven. It's just their destiny. They're fulfilling their chicken destiny."
It's funny, they're also running around without heads, or feathers, or feet.
And they look like they're actually cooked already.
Yeah, they do have that color, don't they? Well, it's probably the leftovers being reheated then.
Yeah, that's right. It is a microwave.
It's a microwave.
Of course, it's so obvious now.
Alright, we're at about 19 minutes left on the clock, so a little over a third of the way done. Already had a couple great runs.
It seems like the execution is close to top notch for both guys. It's really just about lag management at this point.
It's mostly
Maybe the
about not
boss.
getting hit at the times we're at. So every time you get hit, it's like 2 or 3 seconds of just...
Yeah, a bit of a waste of time.
It's one of the games I can definitely say it's a lot about planning out how you're going to hit things.
Yeah, and I guess knowing what to do to get less lag. Because, yeah, lag, a huge factor.
Well, it's like you bring up the point about like not hitting the onions, but at the same time, once they're gone, the lag they produce is gone. And it's way worse, like with like the apples and stuff. When they break and that onion's still on the screen, it is like moving through molasses, so...
Well, in the case of the onions, they're still there anyway, right? You typically you hit the skin off them and then run through them.
Wonder if it's possible to get to that elevator one cycle earlier. It looks like
I
it goes...
don't even know if the task does it.
I should check it. It looks like it's going up on the 46 seconds, 46 and a half seconds it starts to go up, but also it goes up at 41 something. So you could
According
be
to
saving
Dragon
time.
Dark in the chat, you have to be absolutely perfect to get the elevator early.
So then I assume the task does get it.
Yeah, like on that, because I think you have to take the top route instead of the bottom route. I take the bottom route and grab the lollipop because it's easier.
But yeah,
But if
and
you
you
probably
have,
take the top route and hit some of the apple cores, reduce a bit of the lag, and just keep moving. I could definitely see that being a thing, but it's just really tight because the apples are slightly kind of, I want to say they're kind of random with how they split up. Because I've like, I don't know, there's just little things to it.
the lag shouldn't matter though, right? If it's on a global timer, the lag wouldn't affect that. But there must be other factors.
I think we have some appropriate music coming out of Rainwave. The other food-based platformer,
Burger Time?
Kirby.
Oh.
Burger Time was a better answer. I like that. That's true. I keep trying to figure out how to make a Burger Time goal for this, but I don't know that anyone would pick it.
Is there an NES Burger Time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there is.
It's the only one I've ever played. But I guess there was an arcade version.
Yeah, I always thought of it as an arcade game.
Yeah, I know there was a NES. It's very old. As far as, NES games go.
I remember I used to play Burger Time a lot when I was a little kid. My brother sold off my cartridge. I recently reacquired it.
The very same cartridge?
No.
That would be awesome.
If I acquired the very same cartridge, I'd have to wonder how the hell I tracked down that person in Canada who bought it. Because it was sold off when I was a wee lad and lived in a trailer park in Canada.
Yeah, I would want to hear that story.
You don't or do? I'm sorry.
I would, yeah. If you managed to get the same cartridge, I would want to find out how that happened.
Yeah, that'd be quite a mystery there.
There'd be no way for me to tell because we never marked our cartridges.
Right, there's no save games on it or anything. How would you know?
Well, I mean, we're inventing a story here. We might as well say there was some way you knew.
It was the feel of the cart in my hands. It was just... It understood me as I had eaten so many burgers playing it.
There you go.
Eventually, you could write a life story about it, sell it off for movie rights, and then a lot of people would go and see it.
Why am I messing up that jump now? Ugh.
Burger Time was one of those arcade games that I'm not that old. I'm 27, so the really old arcade games are a little before my time. And but I had the chance to go back to like a really old arcade once and check out, Space Invaders and Frogger and stuff. And I was legit addicted to Space Invaders. It's just a good game.
So, as a funny story, when I was young, after we moved out of the trailer park, my mom's sister worked at it's like a Chuck E. Cheese's. It's Topo Gigio's. I don't know if anyone knows who that rat is, but it's like Chuck E. Cheese's. But she worked there, so anytime they got any new cabinets in, I was allowed to come in and pre-test them.
Ooh.
So like Turtles in Time, when that first came out, before like most other kids got to play it, I was in there free playing the sucker and some other stuff. And because of that, we also got a few arcade games. So we had Space Invaders in our house and a few shoot 'em ups that came through. Just because the cabinets were quote unquote broken. They weren't really broken. They just had some defect. Like one of them, the display mode was locked at max volume. So
That's
put that
annoying.
in like most places, and it'd be a really big distraction and real annoyance. So I used to wake up my eldest brother too.
That'd be so easy to fix if you can get into the cabinet, though.
Well, we own the cabinet. Just whoever owned it just didn't want to fix it. So they just let it go. And we took the cabinet happily.
Nice.
'Cause
Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese is where I got all my arcade machine experience. That was the big arcade spot where I lived.
As I said, like Topo Gigio's is basically kind of, I guess a Canadian Chuck E. Cheese in a way.
Yeah, we still have Chuck E. Cheese up here.
Yep, they still exist.
Yeah. Oh, that apple.
We've got about 11 and a half minutes left on the clock. And it looks like the early part of the stage is the hard part. I see most of these runs get about halfway through. I guess once you get the invincibility and stuff, it's a little more forgiving. and that fork. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm looking at the times that this elevator, the second elevator, starts to move, and I've seen it vary by maybe about a second and a half, so that's got to all be due to lag.
Yeah, I'm
Second
pretty
and a half
sure.
of lag. Yeah, it's doing it anywhere from the low 46s to the high 47s. It tends to be starting to move up. This game's making me hungry. So do 3 chickens jump into the microwave and only 2 jump out at the end?
No, all 3 do if it's still alive when it's done done attacking.
I see.
It's just that you can kill it usually before the chickens start popping out.
I see. Huh. And I gotta check who made this game. What's this game produced by?
I'm gonna guess Taito?
Alright, let's look it up. It is Taito. You're correct.
Nice. It's obscure, but pretty well made. That's what I went off of.
Yeah, wow, that is a creepy picture. I shouldn't have looked at that box art. That may be worth linking again if if people haven't seen it. Ah. Wonder why this game wasn't a bigger seller.
I mean, it got a full spread antenna power. Like, whole game.
1992, released in 1992, so that's pretty late in the NES life cycle. We're already getting Famicom game or Super Famicom games by then.
Yep.
It was released in Europe in 1994, so that's way behind the curve.
It's only a couple years before the 2 generations past the NES.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, this is I don't think 210's gonna happen. Because I'm looking at these almost perfect runs and they're still... Maybe could barely save some time. Oh, still 215. Alright, about 6 minutes left on the clock. Oh, unsuccessful boss fight there. Got chickened to death.
Sounds about what I did, like what I did for lunch today. I had a bit too much chicken.
Too much chicken? I've never had that problem. I kind of want to. I want to see what happens. Too much chicken? I've had too much turkey before. I imagine it's sort of similar.
I think it depends on the type of chicken you get. It was too much fried chicken, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Well, too much fried anything's going to be a problem.
Do you guys have a GIF of the walking animation in your bank of ridiculous GIFs that you use for the Sunday sequence break?
No, I don't think so. We need more
yeah,
gifts
someone,
for that, actually.
someone should get on it.
Yeah. We haven't really updated those in a while. We have most of the ones we've used at some point or another. We should try to change it up some.
Oh, Knighty might have an improvement.
It's coming in. Oh, yeah, there we go. Wow. 212 and a half. That's pretty good.
Just watching the runs, I wouldn't have thought it was possible.
Sub 213. Yeah, I agree, because it looked like he had a bunch of runs that were all going to hit 213, where I didn't really see anything obvious going wrong, so
Yeah.
I'm
And
surprised.
I guess it's probably lag.
Yeah, that could be. That could be. I didn't see what time it was when the elevator started moving up, but maybe that's...
I split a little early on that one.
Okay, that's no problem.
I can tell you that much.
So Mythical is doing the timing for this. He's doing the official timing. Each run that gets completed and submitted is uploaded to us, and Mythical goes and checks it out, steps through it, and finds the exact endpoint down to the frame. So regardless of where the players split, we will have the correct time in the end. Did it feel like that was going to be under 213?
It was in the 212 range. I split like a second early, and it was 210 on my timer. So
Oh, geez,
211,
wow,
212.
Yeah, well, 3 minutes left on the clock here, but we're really close to tied up then.
I guess I'll update both these times at the same time.
All
Get
right,
a
for
big
maximum dramatic
yeah,
effect.
dramatic reveal.
All right. If you'd let me know, I'll do a manual refresh so people get to see immediately, rather than waiting 10 seconds. Two minutes left on the clock.
Oh wow. Oh my bad. Okay. No, I thought this was extremely close.
What, you mean it's not extremely close?
Well, it's close, but I thought it was literally 2 frames.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
That would have been extremely. We have had a
That would have
tie.
been like what my other mystery game was last time I was on here. How close was Wiz?
I don't know. The best we've had, we actually have had a tie in these matches, and we've had once or twice we've had them be 1 frame off. I could look it up. It's in the results page. Oh yeah, you were playing Wiz. This is back in episode 9, and you were playing Wiz against Kananaphone, and it looks like let me see, 0.4 seconds? Oh no, 0.6 seconds difference. That's pretty close.
I think Jorf was involved in the tie.
Yeah, he was one of the people who tied. Alright, we're getting down to it. 10 seconds left on the clock. So now is your chance to reset. Last chance.
It's right before the little clutch moment I have.
And the window of opportunity is now closed. So you're stuck with this run if you're playing it now. Whatever run you're playing.
I just want to say I want to thank the TAS of this stage.
Yeah, it's true. It is good finale music. It's Tower of Heaven, I think.
Oh, tried to save some time by jumping over the onion. I think that just cost me. Whatever. Time to finish it out and see.
Wow, so Rane really did get 210.59?
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Wow.
If we gave these guys another hour, I bet you'd finally get your wish.
My sub 210? Oh, yeah. I guess I'll just have to be disappointed. No, I can't be disappointed with great gameplay like that. These were both really... both these players
I'm
did really
curious.
good
I
job.
would like to know what the task time is for this stage, to be honest.
I guess I could do that. Wouldn't be the easiest thing, but
Well, getting the cycle on that elevator, that's 5 seconds right there. And then I imagine they're doing some lag management stuff.
Yeah, I split early again, but that run was slightly slower for sure, so not a big deal.
Okay.
Oh.
Alright, Knighty's still going. Has a chance. So, Rain, do you get the
Oh.
fork at all, or do you skip that?
I skipped the fork because the task skipped the fork. If you do a like one of the first frames you can, drop off that ladder where the fork is, instead of you don't have to worry about that flan. It stops a bit short and you can drop hit it, and it saves you that tiny fragment of time. That probably is why I beat Knighty.
Oh, interesting.
Because obviously it takes a second to get the fork. You have to bounce down. You could say it. Sweet, 3 pieces of candy. I'll take that. Sorry,
Ooh,
I was gambling.
really close. You looks like he was about a second off from you. Knighty just got a 211.7 is what the splits say. So look at the final time, but it's looking like it was Rain that walked away with that one. Timing ended at the fade out, and I'm almost certain that it wasn't faster than the 210.5.
I think it's all just about that fork. Sadly, it's the fork.
Neat. Alright, well, Mythical's going to work on getting the exact timing for that. But in the meantime, let me show you guys the overall progression of this episode here. We had Rain beating Seawolf for our first match of Rockin' Cats. And then our second match was Mickey Mousecapade. Zyre beat Seawolf. Because of that death warp, which was Seawolf's idea. So there's the irony there. Match 3, Rockin' Cats again. Knighty beating Zyre by a very small margin. Panic Restaurant, match 4, RaneOfSOTN beating Knighty by, again, a very small margin, even smaller than what's up there right now. Mythical's still getting the exact timing on it, but probably about a second difference between them. And our 5th and final match is going to be Rockin' Cats again. This is going to be a brand new goal, one that you have not seen before. It should be, I don't know, is it harder than the other one, you guys think?
Probably
Right.
more variety. I would say the first part of it is probably harder, but once you get to the bosses,
Right.
It's not that
Just needed
hard.
that one good run to get.
Right.
He's back.
Oh, you cut off the commentary.
Nah, my roommate was just congratulating me on the tight run. That's all.
I know. I like having Dragon Dark on the show as a surprise guest.
Well, you can come out and watch it if he wants. It's all up to him.
So I have confirmed that Rane is indeed the victor of the match.
Okay.
210.59 to 211.49.
Cool. Excellent job. Who's coming? Oh, someone's coming up with someone else's. Let's see. Who's got the gifts over the?
Oh, my bad. That's right. I'm not standby anymore.
That's Seawolf, trying to get people who are watching the strats.
Is that Seawolf?
Yeah, he does the
It is
oh, my
whatever.
baby, the whatever the name of that frog is.
Michigan J is here.
Michigan J. Yeah.
Wait. So it's Zyre that doesn't have one up. Oh no, it's no. Okay, no, that's Zyre. So it's Seawolf that needs to be reset. Okay, I see.
Yeah, mine should have Eggman and
Yeah, you're the one with
Metal
Eggman. Okay, all right.
Yeah, it should be in stage 5, honestly. It should be
I'll
right
get you.
Yeah, lamppost.
Jump in front of the lamppost.
So about it, what frame did the save state start for Panic Restaurant?
No idea. I don't know.
It started before the stage actually
Yeah.
started. It starts like the last fade in frame, I think, from the stage select. So
Okay, who's Seawolf is player 2. Okay, got it. Alright, looking good. Looks like we got everybody's stream up now. Alright. Are all four players ready to start this match here?
Yep.
Sure thing.
That's 2.
Ugh. Just give me a stretch. Alright, I'm good.
Alright, that's
And
3.
Knighty's in.
And we got a yes from Knighty. So I'm going to count you guys down. 3, 2, 1, go. And we're off. And the goal let me get this in front of me first before I say that.
It looks like the task for Panic Restaurant manages a 207.
207, yikes. I wonder how much of it is lag management. Thanks for checking that, by the way. That's a non-trivial thing to do.
Yeah, it's like the second level in the task, so
Alright. But yeah,
take
finding
too
the
long
right
to speed
spot.
through there.
Finding
Yeah.
the right spot to start. Yeah. Okay, so Rockin' Cats, second goal for Rockin' Cats. The goal for this is to beat the first 3 bosses of Channel 5. That's actually a little bit ambiguous. There's different orders that you can do it, but you're beating the Bull Band boss, the Ghost Dog boss, and the Large Bird boss. So Channel 5 is the channel that you do after you've completed channels 1 through 4. You can do the other channels in any order, but you have to defeat the first 4 channels in whatever order before you can access Channel 5. And Channel 5 is sort of like an amalgamation of all the different channels. There's different sections to it that look like the other channels, and you refight all the bosses. They're only going to be doing half of Channel 5, right up to the point where you bounce on the spring. So you're not going to see all the other stuff, but you will see some new stuff and at least one new boss that you didn't see before. I think the only new thing is the bird and bull band. So you'll be seeing 2 bosses that you haven't seen before.
Well, no,
I
the
didn't
ghost
see
is
Ghost Dog either.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right. You
Ghost
didn't
Dog's
see
new.
Ghost Dog.
all 3
That's
are
right.
new.
All 3 are new. You're right.
The original rat had the refighted the chicken and the totem dog.
Right, the other route did. Yeah, so you'll see at some point after defeating Bullband, there'll be a spot where they're going to go down a manhole. And if they had not gone down the manhole, they would have gone to a different path through Channel 5, which ends up being a little bit slower, I believe, because it fights more bosses. You'd fight both the totem boss and the chicken boss, instead of fighting only the ghost dog boss. Bullband this is a pain in the butt. I found this fight to be a real pain in the butt. I don't know about you guys.
It's hectic because
Yeah,
the band members at the top can be killed, and when they do, they stop dropping lights on you,
Which helps.
which is good. I mean, yeah, well, for one, you're not going to get hit by them anymore, but the boss doesn't pop up while they're falling, so when that doesn't happen, he actually rapid fire pops up, bam, 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 and if you know where he is going to be, which you can because his pattern's set, you can just walk around and nail him rapid fire. So it ends up being faster to kill them. The only question is, how you get the hits on them while also getting hits in on the boss, and controlling your movement so that you're able to hit one of them and the boss, keeping the boss's pattern in mind while you're doing all of that. And depending on your health, you may want to really avoid getting hit and try to not go for a death to refill your hearts. So lots can go wrong there, I guess.
Yeah, and I don't think that you need to kill the other band members, right?
Not
You
often.
don't have to. No, you can.
Right.
You just have to kill the singer. But I don't know if you can fully quote me on this, but Eldrinique, the guy who runs this, or pretty well enough to say he has a record of some sort. He popped in my stream and was like, if you kill the band members, it usually equates to about a 10-second faster fight if you do it really well. And from what I've seen, that's pretty well true.
But it's certainly a lot harder in terms of execution.
Right, because you don't want to waste time attacking those band members, but, I mean, you can sort of get in a few hits in between attacking the guy who's popping up.
Well, you can usually get more hits in if they drop the lights in than if they don't.
Sure.
As you're doing with you hit the guys on the top there with the lights coming down, you have no reaction time to dodge the lights.
Yep. The Seawolf just demonstrated that for us. Also demonstrating why health is a concern in that fight as well.
Yeah, health is very tricky managing your health. I actually found that to be the case all over in this goal. I had some trouble with that.
It's pretty common to just take a death for a heart refill.
Yep. There's a health refill code that you can use, but it is not allowed in this goal. And you saw on the bottom right there a moment ago, Knighty using the hover shoes for the thing that I use them for is when I screw up a grapple in the vertical climb, it prevents you from falling all the way back down because you mess up one of your swings. If you don't land on a ledge, it's sometimes tough to get your guy to maneuver over to land back on a ledge if you miss. So the hover shoes are super helpful there. You also see Zyre using another of the sub-weapons, that double shot. And that just extends the range, makes it a little bit easier to hit the boss. Alright, so we had 2 runs coming in. Zyre and Knighty have already got one in the can.
Oh, that's right. I didn't have HP for that. Whoops.
So we have Zyre's run up at 354, which is pretty good. And I'm getting to work on Knighties right now. This is a weird Mega Man remix on our music playlist here. And Knighty's now in with a 351. So using the double shot, or it has a really dumb name in the game actually. I think they call it twin balls or something, but I'm gonna go with double shot.
Yep.
It causes some lag, not a whole lot. I found in a boss fight it would typically cause between 60 to 80 frames. So, you know, if you can find a way to make the projectiles save more than a second or so, then it's worth it.
Oh, come on.
But if anyone's really desperate to shave off an extra second, consider switching to a projectile-less strat.
It may come down to that. We'll see. So I should say something about how the scoring works, I guess. This in each of the one-on-one matches, the winner, the loser, basically it affects your rating. We use a rating system, ELO rating system, similar to what you would use in chess, what SRL used to use, etc. A bunch of other games and sports will use that for things. And so the players will go up or down in their rating based on whether they win or lose. And in the four-way match, what happens is it's essentially treated as a bunch of separate, simultaneous one-on-one matches. So if Knighty comes in first, that means that Knighty scored a victory against Zyre, Rane, and Seawolf. And if Zyre comes in second, that means he scored a victory against Rane and against Seawolf. And that all gets summed up together. You can look on the webpage for the overall rankings of everybody. And the reason these numbers are important is because in the end of the season, in late 2015, when we do our tournament, that's going to determine who gets the guaranteed spots in the tournament and who has to play in by beating the other people who are interested in joining.
Ugh. Terrible time. Yuck.
That bird boss is my second least favorite boss in this goal.
I don't really mind him at all, actually. He's pretty easy.
Really? I never got him to the point where I could stun lock him.
Yeah, the problem with him is because he's usually so high on the screen, if you're too early, then you have to wait until you fall back down and jump up again to hit him again. Or if you're using the projectile, it has a longer delay than the glove. So he ends up traveling quite a distance. And that means you're going to get a whole nother phase of the fight, not to mention, you know, you missed the hit, that's obviously slower. So you basically have to decide how close you want to shave it on each hit. And it'll be interesting to see what the players decide to do.
Really?
Wow. Rane's run is only 3 frames behind, ahead of Knighty's.
Oh wow, look at that. 0.89 to 0.94, 3 frames. That's pretty good. Pretty close. It could be closer though. We might get a frame perfect tie.
Although it looks like Knighty managed to score another run while I was doing his, so it looks
never
like he's
mind.
back ahead. Yeah.
These vertical sections, man. This is my least favorite part of this. I keep saying everything's my least favorite part of this gold. This is my actual least favorite part. So this this thing that Zyre is doing with the diagonal bouncing and hover shoes, that's a neat way to do it, but probably not the fastest way.
I don't think so.
But certainly it's
More
reliable.
consistent.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because if you miss one grapple, and it's really easy to miss grapples, it's much harder than it looks to hit the spot you want. Then you might end up falling all the way back down. That's no good. And really, if you're ever watching a good speedrun of this game, these are the parts that are most impressive, the vertical sections.
Mm-hmm. I don't.
You have a lot of options actually as to how you tackle it. You can do diagonal bounces off the wall, you can rely more on swinging, and then there's the hover shoes strat. You also, depending on how much health you have and how close you want to cut it, you can use some enemies to damage boost, and they'll pop you up just enough to reach a platform you couldn't otherwise reach.
Too many hits.
Alright, I think I'm finally all caught up on times.
All right. So we got Knighty at 348. Rane is 351. Zyre 354. So all within 6 seconds of each other. And Seawolf's got his 416. Has yet to get his a nice, run that he's happy with submitted yet. But it's good to have a placeholder, just so you're not, not looking at goose egg on the board.
The splits can be helpful too, and making decisions about
Yeah, keep going.
resets.
Stop.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
So Knighty, that boost there where you boost the glove down and jump up, if you catch the ledge at just the right moment, those enemies will fall down, hit you, and boost you up to the platform. But it's pretty hard to get to happen, so I don't think anyone's going to be going for it. But if, people really need that extra second or something, it's there.
I think that's the way I did it when I was doing the gold, just because I was having a real hard time, jumping and then hitting downward to boost and then shooting upward to grapple. Like, getting the timing of that sequence of actions is tricky.
Yeah, and if you hold down before you jump, you fall through the platform.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, lots of little gotchas in these vertical sections.
So RaneOfSOTN there, not just, it was 20 seconds ago, but fell in the drink there in that section with the mice. That section, I died there a lot. The mice lag the game like crazy because of them and the projectiles. So the timing on the swinging is very different. It's rare that there's that much lag anywhere else in the game while you're trying to swing. So also the first swing is not very laggy because the mice are not on the screen yet. So the first one is about regular, rhythm, and then after that you need to switch to this other rhythm that is slower. And if you are high, you're going to land up top, and you're probably going to get hit by something that's there waiting for you. If you go low, you're probably going to fall in the water, and that's instant death. So very very tricky section that doesn't quite look like it. Also, those mice freak me out. I don't know what their deal is. I don't know why they're flashing people. I don't know why they shoot out little mice. I don't know what that implies. Just something about it doesn't sit well with me.
You talking about those monochrome like blinking things in the vertical section?
No,
No, it's the actual mice.
in the sewer.
Oh, in the sewer part. Okay,
Yeah, I should have waited until they were on screen to talk about them, but
that's all right.
yeah, they're
see.
weird.
We've got just over 11 minutes left on the clock, so we're almost 2/3 of the way done. Fewer completed runs of this goal.
Go ahead.
A lot more that can go wrong. That's all.
Oh yeah, for sure. I did not manage a time anywhere near where these guys are getting, because it just took a lot longer to finally nail it down. And while I was interested in finding out, how the game works, I was not prepared to grind out all the practice necessary to get consistent at this. Seawolf heading into the ghost dog fight with a green split. If you're wondering why there's a ghost dog in the sewers, it's because he's a refight from a level that is more appropriate, a sort of scary level.
Yeah, the singer in the bull band is actually on a pattern.
It's left, middle, left. Oh god, I'm totally blank. Middle, left, right. Anyway, it's an 8
I
sequence of
posted it in the chat. Just look at
Yeah, well, fine. I'll go grab it.
Middle, left, right, right. Middle, left, right. Repeat.
Yeah.
Aha.
So you need to keep that in mind as you jump around and hit the band members, and it's taxing.
Whatever.
I hope to see more people running this game. I mean, I know besides the guy who's the record holder, there's also Duckfist, I think, has done some runs of it. I've seen a few other people with
I know
speed
Spunk
runs
Doc was
posted.
doing this for a while too.
Oh, he was?
Way
Huh?
back when.
About 2 months ago.
Cool.
Coming in with a major improvement.
Yeah, look at that.
I don't say that. 4 minutes. 4:01.
Well, it's a major improvement.
Knocking on the door of 4
Minus
minutes.
14 seconds.
Yeah, I suppose.
Basically, you're showing that you're still what you're closer to what you're capable of here. the Seawolf is still a threat.
Behold the side averageness and despair.
All right, and Knighty's just got one coming in too. I didn't see what the time was though. Oh, it was almost a perfect building climb there.
Holy crap, did he really get minus 10 seconds?
Maybe.
That is a pretty
Wow.
great run.
Wow. Yeah, it's looking like, well, 338 from the splits, but we'll know for sure what it is exactly. It's going to be something pretty serious.
Yeah, I'm looking at the end of the movie here, and it's clear that, or just based off the number of frames, the movie length, that this is something awesome.
Rane made a small improvement to his time, still solidly in second.
There we go. In the guy.
We got about 6 minutes left to go.
Oh, I forgot the pattern. And more or less I messed it up.
Ooh, that's pretty weak.
Wow, a nice recovery by Knighty.
I doubt. We'll go.
The Seawolf trying to get aggressive to shave off some time, and it didn't pan out.
Well, yeah, I guess now is the time to start to change up strats if it's come down to it. Looking at a very aggressive bird fight here. Oh, missed by one hit. But still an improvement. Wow, 332 now from Knighty.
Nice.
That is
Very
super
nice.
impressive.
Yeah, he was one hit away from killing that bird before he went off the screen the second time. So that's,
Like a 329 if you got that one shot.
yeah.
I figured the the winning time was going to be about a 350 something. So
So what do we know?
completely blew away my expectations.
I figured it would have been around 340, to be honest.
Yes, ma'am.
Like during my like really good ones I was doing in practice, I was getting 340, but doesn't matter what you get in practice, it matters what you get live.
Mm-hmm.
Text scrolls faster if you hold B.
Yes.
What?
It does.
It does.
You grabbed that, huh?
Wow. So now that's a quite a difference, but still a battle for second place. What do you think the hardest part of this goal is?
I'd say the sewers if you're trying to be really aggressive.
And I think the rainbow climb.
I'd say both.
Well, there you go. Why choose?
Basically, either of the vertical sections aren't not easy, and that sewers, you mess up if you try to be aggressive. You fall in the drink more often than not.
Yeah, I found the vertical section with the colors to be the hardest part for me, but I don't know. I think the ghost dog is the hardest part, huh?
I think Algenique is thinking in terms of world record.
Right.
Is it? You know,
Yeah, Ghost
because
Dog's
there's
definitely fun to
randomness
get
involved there. In terms of execution, you know, pretty straightforward.
Oh, wait.
Did we end on time or?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Last to the last call. No, you can. You have one last chance to restart right now. You can go ahead and reset your run if you'd like to. Otherwise, this is your last chance and done. So yeah, Rain, you get in just under the wire there, and Seawolf as well.
Might as well.
Sorry, I fell asleep on that one.
We'll deduct it from your pay.
Okay, cool. Yes, I want the pay underflow glitch. Let's do that.
It is possible to land a double hit on the ghost boss if you hit him right before he attacks. I believe is what Rain found, and I've managed it once or twice.
You can hear a double hit sound as he's coming down. It's kind of specific. I didn't find any way to reliably do it. I kind of equated it to a task trick just because it's a bit specific.
Yeah, and you would likely have to stop hitting him for a little bit to line it up, and then it's like, you know, how much time does it really save if you do that?
Well, Knighty's coming in with another good one, it looks like.
That's true. I didn't mention the Ghost Boss has a strange quirk. It's after you hit him 7 times, he will decide maybe to split up into those 4 little ghosts. And if he does that, it's slow, obviously.
How's that?
But if he decides not to, and he just walks back and forth, you can keep hitting him. So, depending on how many extra hits you get, you can actually have him do the split attack less times. If you're absolutely perfect, I think it's possible to only have it happen once, but that's probably past level.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, Knighty comes in with a great one at the end. Zyre gives up and does a dance for us. And you guys, if you want, can go and download the mystery or the bonus goal. If you want to play that for a little bit at the end.
Let's do that.
Seawolf's still going.
Nah, I died.
Oh, you died. Okay, that's why you're not splitting. So Rane's done as well. I mean, so Seawolf is done as well, rather, and Rane is the last one with a run that counts going, and it looks like he's got some good numbers so far. He's probably not going to move up into first, but we'll see. He might.
Good luck.
Just judging based on the splits, but it's possible. Let's see.
Well, Knighty has outdone himself yet again. He's managed a, I guess he'll probably come up by now, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 328, sub 330.
Oh, it was a good run that Rane had there, but it did not quite enough. Shaved off a lot of time, though. Wow.
I keep messing up that climb, and that one drop on that climb is like 3 seconds.
Yeah, you were really close. Wow. Closer than I gave you credit for there. Dang.
Good job.
Oh. As I said, when I was in practice, 340 is what I was getting. I wasn't going to be happy with if I didn't walk away with at least that. So,
Right.
whatever. Second's good. I
Second's
believe.
very good, yes. And that's a good time, too. So the mystery goal for this is also, or the mystery game for this, I shouldn't say mystery, I should call it the bonus game. We've already got a mystery game. We have 2 mystery games. The bonus game here that we're going to play at the end, now that the match is officially over, is Rockin' Cats again. But this is the Channel X, the hidden level that you play after the credits, which, you know, could have been used for one of the goals in this, but it's a little bit annoying and it's kind of, I don't know, you'll see. It's a tricky goal.
So what is this, just for fun?
Yeah, it's
I'm
just
fine
fun.
with
You don't
that.
have to play it if you don't want to, but I figured if we wanted something to do at the end.
Yeah,
Honestly, I'm tired. I'm a monster this whole episode, to be honest. So
All
I
right.
had a long day at work. I was there 8 to 7 because of some wonderful issues.
So the final results are in here. Knighty with 328, Rane with 333. Got very close there at the end. Zyre at 354, and Seawolf 401. I'm going to switch for a moment to show the overall results of this.
Well, there wasn't a total victory.
But yeah, so we have Rane winning 1 match, Zyre winning another, Knighty winning the 3rd, and Rane winning the 4th match. And then overall in match 5, we have Knighty, Rane, Zyre, and Seawolf in that order. So congrats. Looks like Rane and Knighty pretty much 1 and 2. I'm not sure who would be the higher ranked there. They both won the same amount.
Yeah, because
Yeah, looks like.
we both dropped technically 1 game.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, I'll put these screens back up so we can see that. But there you go. So this Yeah, this Channel X, it's pretty tricky. You gotta be really good with the punch glove. Anyway, we'll be back again on Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, same channel. The game is going to be Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu. The people participating will be Midboss, Razielem, Sets, and Hyperzoot. So, got 2 new players and 2 SGL veterans. We're not going to be having an episode next Thursday because I wasn't able to get enough players together for it, but we will have one the Saturday following that. So, tune in then, but the next one is this upcoming Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern. And anyone who's interested in playing or helping out or contributing goals, commentating on the matches, any of the many tasks that need doing, please contact us. You can go to the website speedgaming.tv and find the appropriate link to contact us, or email us at sgl@speedgaming.tv, or tweet at TSSBreak on Twitter, or contact me in many of the various ways that you can do that. So thanks everyone for showing up, thanks for watching, and thank you guys, the players, for putting so much effort into it. This was a really solid episode. Everyone was really well practiced. I'm very happy with how it turned out.
Absolutely.
Yep, no problem.
Oh yeah.
Cool. And you guys are welcome back on again the show anytime you want.
Definitely take you up on that.
Cool.
Indeed.
Oh yeah, and thank you, special thank you to Mythical for doing the timing. This
it was fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It seems like it's, you know, not much to do, but man, to have to go through all these and stop in the right frame and, you know, get the
Yeah, it's
times
pretty
entered
hectic
in.
early on when everyone's getting their first runs in, but
Yeah, they start piling up. I've tried doing the timing and running the show at the same time, and it's more than I can do.
oh no, I don't want to. I don't even want to think about that.
Yeah. This is a pretty wacky looking level here. Knighty managed to get to this colorful part. How do you get up that thing?
Wow. You can
Nice.
just make it, I guess.
And then this is the final boss refight, I guess. I think this is what the regular final boss looks like too, isn't it?
I have no idea.
Why am I asking you?
Some players like to play through the whole game when they get the goal.
That's
What?
That's
What is
a-
that? No, I recall for a Kabuki Quantum Fighter, you had quite a few people take that full speed. Sparkster, I think Blecky went through and got a record on that game afterwards.
That's true. Yeah, Kabuki Quantum Fighter though, we were playing almost the whole thing for that. I
Yeah,
think
we
there was
skipped
only
stage.
One
I think it's
stage
phase
and
3.
3 bosses or something.
Yep, that's right. We skipped the first of the vertical stages of the serious vertical stages, and then a couple boss fights.
All the worst boss fights too.
Yeah, the really
Yep.
random ones. Look at
But it was
that.
enough of the game that I felt okay about learning the rest of it. So
That's a
thank
successful
you
completion.
very much for introducing me to Kabuki Quantum Fighter.
Nice. See, the games like that are one of the reasons I wanted to do this show, just to introduce people to cool games that may not have had all the popularity that the Mega Mans and Super Mario 3s of the world enjoy. Lots of good games out there. Rockin' Cats counts among them.
Yeah, that swinging mechanic is legit fun. I mean, in speedrun it can be frustrating, but
Yeah.
when you're just playing, it's a lot of fun and it's super creative too.
Right, and very high-tech, tech-heavy speedrun game rather. I like stuff like that. Anything with a grappling hook is generally pretty tech-heavy. I wonder if that's meant to look like the Punch-Out scene. Do you see that? Knighty beat
Oh.
the game at the end.
I guess it's just supposed to look like a New York skyline.
But just the framing of it, it looks like it's the Punch-Out.
I wonder if like that's really how it is if you were over there, and that's why they're both so similar.
Like if you happen to be in exactly a certain spot taking the picture, that's how it would be composed.
Yeah, but they're probably at a... I don't know enough about New York. Someone in chat can maybe help me out, but there's probably a spot to go and get a nice view that's, you know,
That's just
that
like that.
gives you kind of that, yeah.
Huh. So somebody needs to go and take a couple of cats to New York City and get their picture taken right there.
Put a hat and a tie on him.
Mm-hmm.
Some little shoes.
Cool.
No offense, Dapper.
Well, nice work there, Knighty. Beat that Channel X pretty fast.
Ooh, wow, that was fast.
Yeah, I believe it was 540 or something on his timer. I
Wow.
don't know how accurate it was, though.
Is that Seawolf or Zyre who's still playing? It's duplicated the streams for me, so I can't tell.
Oh,
Doesn't
Zyre and Seawolf are still going.
You're role playing.
Oh, you're both? What?
Yep.
Oh, then the stream must have dropped again. Alright.
Is your mind blown yet?
Oh, it was Zyre's screen that dropped. Stream that dropped. Oops. I just eliminated Seawolf for no reason.
Oh.
Oh, what a joik.
Man, if
Yeah,
you
that
didn't
was-
really know what the Punch Glove is capable of, you would be completely stumped in this level.
Yeah, it's definitely
Uh-huh. It's clearly a level that's meant to be played after you've beaten the game. I mean, I totally understand why this is the bonus level.
That's cool, though. NES games don't really do bonus content like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
well, lag alone is killing it. Got two dogs shooting at you. There we go.
This part here, where you have to just go over the water with grapples. Insane.
Oh,
Wow,
recovery.
you made it. Wow. Saved it. Alright, now Zyre's in this goofy background level.
I think that wood part was probably the hardest. If not the grappling section that he just nailed, but... And the sewer, I guess, is legit
Oh,
challenging. Oh, man. Who would have thought health would have been a concern?
hey, he makes it. Look at that. No problem. And now we have this jerk here. He's using Mega Man item 3 or something.
I thought it was item 1.
Is that item 1? I thought 1 was the one that climbs up walls.
That's three.
Two. No. Wait, I
Nope.
think it's
3
two.
climbs walls, 2 is the jet, 1's the platform.
One's the
You're right,
floating
you're right.
platform. Okay, you're right. So item 3 or 1, whatever. I forget it. Don't listen to me.
Well, it's
Yeah,
very
no,
important that we correctly identify Mega Man's 3
That's true.
items.
Ah.
Very important. You don't want to misinform the kids.
Exactly.
Game over. Well, you got
And it
it.
starts you all
Oh.
the way back there.
Yeah, you probably start again. Yeah. And you start with the game takes away your items, so you always start this with no items, and it takes away all your extra lives.
That sucks.
Yes, it sucks. So there's no rocket shoes here, no hover shoes in this goal.
Yeah, the hover shoes would actually help a lot.
But I was originally going to make this one of the goals for the game, or for the match, but this
Yeah,
turned out to be a little
probably-
annoying. It's probably
Probably
best
a
not
good
to.
choice.
Yeah, good move. Good move.
I think I saw someone who has a quote-unquote 100% run of this game, which basically is like the any percent run plus they do Channel X. That's what he's calling 100%. But I think he ended up dying like 4 times in this channel. So
Thanks.
yeah, so there's definitely a need for a more optimized all levels run, whatever you want to call this.
Well, thanks for having me on. I'm gonna call it a
Alright,
night.
heading out.
Yep.
Cool. Thanks for being on.
Yeah.
I'll
anytime.
let Siwa bang his head on this
Yeah,
as long as much as he wants before I.
I gotta
shut it
go
down.
to. I have work tomorrow, so I really can't keep doing this all night.
Oops, I messed this up. That's not the right one. Sorry, guys.
I had the experience. Why? All right.
It just says Rar where Rain's name used to be. Rar. Here, I'll slide it over. There we
Dang. That's definitely been swinging up there. Oof. All right, calling it a show. Work in the morning. Hey, everybody, still here? Thanks for watching. See you all around.
go. Yep, thanks everybody.
See you
Bye-bye.
later.
Adios.